Hi, Aunt Beck. No, I was setting my thumbnail. You must have got in here right away, and it was still because I just hit go live. Huh? That's interesting. No, I'm not having trouble. I was setting my autofocus to off, and I was setting my thumbnail. I kind of have to do those. I'm opening my camera settings. The camera's on. The camera is on. Hi, Elena and Social Butterfly. Hi. And let's see, Janet and Elena and Holly. Oh, you get my head. I have to get used to not putting my head underneath the camera. Now, am I jumpy? I might be a little jumpy tonight. I don't know. The bit rate. It was jumpy this afternoon. We will see. Does it look jumpy to you when I move around, like when I move my... Hi, Lisa, Holly, Maria, River City. Chat's kind of like 2 feet away from me. And I tried to open my chat screen this morning and my browser went crazy. So I'm going to find a different place to put my laptop, maybe off over to the side here. But I'm not doing it today because I had enough. Let's see. Can you turn off your autofocus? I just did, Lisa. My autofocus is off. Autofocus is off. Let me go check, make sure. But yes, autofocus is off. It's blurry when I move. Yeah, well, like when I do like this, it will be blurry. But when I move slow, is it blurry? Like when I reach for something? Okay, that's what it looks like it's doing. Okay. So my sudden movements like that might blur. It might be bandwidth. I am not on my HDMI. So that might be the next thing that I set up is my HDMI. But I think it's better than it was this morning. This morning was horrible. And thanks to Linda McAllister, she showed me a setting in Google Chrome, where it has automatic, what do they call that? Well, it's there. I forget. My mind is dead with all of this setup. But here's the thing. All this other blurry and autofocus and that, I think we can solve that. Here's the real benefit. No buffering. We are not having buffering. I'm not losing data connection. I love that. I absolutely love it. Hi, Barb, Elena, Sharon Lombard. Hi, Miss Ellie K. So, blurry. Now, I am streaming at 1080p. My stream is set at 1080p, so if it's a little blurry, you might want to try to set it down to 780 and see if that helps. You know, my autofocus is off. So, and it's looking okay in my laptop here. But I don't see, unless I sign on, and I'm not signing on to internet on my phone. I want to keep the bandwidth as low as possible. I have my phone out because we're still going to use this for our doodle game. So I made a list. Oh, and I need to put another thing on my list. No, I got it on here. Sherry Lynn wanted us to do a list tonight of ATC ideas. I think she's thinking backgrounds, but I think any ATC ideas, but we're not going to do that right away. Right away, usually what I do is start out and do reverse collage in my angel book, which is right over here. We're getting these pages filled up. And then I'm going to go out and punch out some. Now, see, I need to move my laptop. I need to move it because it takes up a lot of desk, and I don't want it to fall over the cliff. It takes up a lot of desk space. And besides that, I don't want it to, let's just put this over here to protect it. I can always get plenty of wax paper. We'll just kind of protect that way. And I'll just pull out another piece of wax paper here. Let's see what I can do. I marked that. I pulled it out. I think I was going to do this page. We'll do this page whether I was going to or not, because it needs to be done. I'm going to get all my pages, reverse collage, and then I'm going to go in there and punch out some black papers out of a die cut that I have that I would think will make really fun, really fun leading for stained glass windows. And I'm going to do stained glass window, and oh, I'm horrible on these paint brushes, just horrible. So let's see. The other thing that I want to do is, now that I have chat sitting in front of me, I had trouble popping out the window this morning, so I'm not going to pop out the window, but I'm going to try to follow chat a little bit easier. See, Janet's in the house, and Danny Coleman. Hi, Danny. And Holly. Nicholas Harry. Hi, Nicholas Harry. Are you an artsy person? This is an art stream. Let's see. Elena. Sorry, Janet. Hey, when Janet Young is not here. Oh, no, not Janet Young. Janet Baum is here. Kathy O'Neill. Hi, Kathy. I was trying to remember your name I don't know if it was this morning or when it was. We were talking about those doodle chats, and you sent me those books of ornamental designs. And I could not remember your last name. I knew your first name was Kathy. You are in the UK? Well, welcome, Nicholas. I lost whether you're not an art person. Well, this is an art stream, so we mostly chat about art. We do art prompts in here. So if you're not an art person, you may not be, this may not be the stream for you. But as long as you're not causing trouble, just don't cause us any trouble and you can stay, but don't cause any trouble, please. I have mods and they have wrenches. Not that you are. I haven't seen you cause any trouble yet. So we'll give you the benefit of the doubt and tell you, unless you love art. Okay. Well, I guess that sort of qualifies. We all love art. Art is really it's what we all do. We're not professional artists, or at least I'm not. I'm just, I guess you can call me a retired artist. I'm not a retired artist. I'm a retired person who enjoys doing art. No problem, Mary. It's hard to keep track of everyone. It really is. It really is hard to keep track of everyone. I'm getting better. As you know, if people come into my streams repeatedly, I get to know them. So I get to know your names. But the new people, I'm starting to write down my international folks. They usually come in the mornings because that's afternoon and evening for them. So, and then I get to know you from other streams too. We get to know each other. There we go. How about that gold? How about that gold? Now I'll come in with, let's get it out here. It's in the back of my book. I have some black construction paper that I'm going to die cut some flourish type things on here. And then I'm going to put them in the corners and maybe link them here and cut some black strips and put down here. And we're going to do stained glass windows in this book after I get all my pages painted. And I'm pretty much on my way. Pretty much on my way there. Whoops, I didn't get that closed tight. And what I'm using to do this is Speedball screen printing ink, which is a little bit different than the block printing ink. The screen printing ink has this real pretty sheen to it, and it's kind of translucent, like I can read the text underneath of this. You can kind of see it there too. And I like that because, and then I noticed I was looking at this book, choosing a page, and it's got an index of all the pictures in the back. And I don't think I'm going to alter that. I think I'm going to leave it in this book so that I can still reference. This book is all about angels in art. Let me put this aside to dry. Yoo-hoo. I always like to paint a page very first thing on Friday nights. That's kind of what we're doing. And I'm going to get out my other reverse collage books and start working on those again. Oh, let's see. So I can cross one thing off my list here. Reverse collage and angel book. Cross that off. I got some happy mail today. Has anybody seen Beth Schuler come in? Aunt Beth had a not this past Wednesday, the Wednesday before. She had a dirty dozen, and we made ATCs. And I traded with Aunt Beth and with Beth, and I said, don't put in a lot of stuff because I'm only sending you the ATC. Well, when I say don't, it's a do, I guess. So this is what I got from, which is, I'm not complaining. I just feel bad because all I sent was the ATC. So mostly because I was also getting those TNs ready to send out. She's not here. Well, we'll thank her when she comes in. So let's open this up and see what she sent. Oh, she sent a little Valentine. Isn't that sweet? Look, see, I have to learn how to, because that picture there is reversed. And maybe once I get used to using this camera and get used to using the setup, I might try OBS, which gives me the ability to do picture in picture, I think. We will see. We will see. Hi, Marianne. Welcome, welcome. These did come from Beth Schuler, right? Yeah. So she sent me a Valentine. Now I'm going to put this in my journal. And she sent me some kitties. Now I'm going to pass these kitties along to Aunt Beck because I'm collecting kitty images to send to Aunt Beck, and I haven't sent them yet. She wrote a note. She says, Meri, thank you for the ATC swap from Aunt Beck's stream. Sorry, I just had to send you some crafting love. Enjoy, Beth. Now, see, these are the types of things that I'm going to start putting right in my journal. Both of these. Oh, here's some more kitties. Aunt Beck, these are going to be sent to you. It's a cat's world. Yeah. Oh, look what she sent. Look, paper doll. Ooh, paper dolls. Oh, how cool. Oh, how cool is this? Happy Mail is going to go in my journal. I don't know if I can put everything in, but I'll put this in the pocket. I got a pocket that and look, she sent me a napkin. And here's the ATC. Here is the let's see, move it this way a little. There, look at that ATC. Wow, I guess it goes like this. Oh, wow. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? This is what she made in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen, and she put thread in the button, and she's got lace, and she's got text and paint on it, and I see the word shine and something about hungers, and oh, here it is. Oh, pray for sunshine. Therefore, if your enemy hungers, feed him. If he thirsts, give him a drink. I don't have any enemies in here, do I? I don't have a drink to give you if I do. But I'll say a prayer for you. All right. Oh, look, and she sent me this napkin. Oh, I love this. Now I might do an art journal page with this. This is wonderful. This is a napkin. This is a table napkin. Oh, wow. This is cool. I like that. I'm going to put this in a pocket in my journal. She sent me a card, All-Star Sports. It looks like it might be a trivia card. Who is the baseball's King Kong? And the answer is Dave Kingman. I know nothing about baseball. Oh, so there's some more trivia cards down here. How cool. All-Star Sports. She sent me some tickets. And, oh, look. Oh, look. She sent me some pages to color. These are biblical, which I don't mind because I am a Christian, so I don't mind getting this. Beth, thank you so much. Oh, look, and but not everything. She sent me some dragons. May God bless you and keep you. Oh, they're not dragons, they're little starfish. Sorry, I'm still learning my animals. Starfish, and I got it upside down. Starfish goes both ways. Looks like some paints, blessings. This looks like a sea theme. Some little deer. This is, I could put these in my Bible art journaling. I need to get with that again. Christmas sort of set me back. So, and there's some more here. Keep calm and shine on. You have a special place in my heart. These will go in my Bible art journaling. So thank you so much, Beth, for everything. These I'm going to save for Bible art journaling. I'm going to put these back in the envelope and put them in my Happy Mail box. These I'm going to put in my art journal, especially this. These are going to go to Aunt Beck for her kitty cats. Aunt Beck, I'm getting kitty cats. I'm in fussy cut image swap with Aunt Beck. She's doing a swap on her group, on her Facebook group. So Janet says, Meri, Beth is in the house. Thank you, Beth. I just opened your Happy Mail. Thank you so much. Let's see if I can cover up the address here so that I can show you what she did on the front. Whoops. I need another card here. There. There. She painted like a palm tree on it. How cool is that? Thank you so much, Beth. So let's put this back in the, it feels like there's something else in here. Wait, did I get it all? No, there's something else. Oh, I crumbled it. Oh, look. Oh, a teacup. That's going in my journal. Thank you, Beth. I have to say, I meant what I said. All I sent her, I think, was the ATC because I was kind of trying to get this camera. Of course, I got the address out there. Sorry about that, Beth. I hope people watch over that. Okay, so skip over that. Oh, just ignore me. Beth is here. Hi, Beth. Joe Beth. Oh, I did. Thank you so much, Beth. Very pretty. Thank you so much. I hope to get all my mail caught up. I hope to get all my mail. I still owe Heidi. Heidi, I have not forgotten you. I have not forgotten you. As I'm cleaning, I'm going to put some more things in a Happy Mail package for you. And I still have trims that I want to send out. I have a list of people who asked for them. Allen elephant trims. I have another one of these. Let's see. I think it's over here. Come on, I have another pocket page in here someplace. And you probably have been sick of seeing this art journal because I have been doing a lot of impromptus getting this page set up. Here it is. I have a pocket page that I'm going to put these things in. Except for the ATC, I'm going to put that in. I might put that. Let's just put these in. Keep the Valentine out. These are really cool. Thank you. And I love the little paper doll. Where's the other one? Do I have it here? It must be in here someplace. Maybe I put it back in the envelope. She sent me 2 paper dolls. Here it is. I love these. I love these. We could do this, and it looks like she cut these out herself. She made them herself. These are cool. I'm going to save those out. So these I'm just going to slip into the pocket here for Happy Mail stuff. This is how I'm going to do my journaling for 2019. So these I think I'm going to have to put these right at the top here so I can see them. And these I want my ATC to come. I think I'll do it right here on the back of this. Right here. And well, I had a teacup. I think I'll do the, where should I put the teacup? You guys are probably sick of seeing my journal, but you know, this is my world in 2019. Actually, this would look nice over here. Look nice over here. We'll put it in here. Okay. So thank you so much, Beth, for the swap and for all the extra goodies. I'm going to do an abandoned pages in here. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I was thinking I'm going to do Dee Dee Willingham's paint out technique, and I'm going to paint all of this out in here. And I don't think I'm going to put chickies in here. I'm going to put something else in here. I was thinking about little people, maybe some of the Tim Holtz little people. But that's what's going to go. I'm going to do an abandoned places page in there. Let's see, what else do I have here? Those are going to Aunt Beck. Those are the kitty cats. So, Happy Mail. Cross that off the list. I said I may pull the old collage books. Let me grab the art doll one because since right before Christmas, I kind of quit working in these. And I really need to get started working in these books again. I just love that I'm not losing my data connection. I love it. I just love it. Let's see what's going on in chat. The last thing I see is read the above from Beth. Beth is here. Oh, got my head in under the camera. I'm going to have to quit putting my head under the camera so you see my gray hair. I'm letting my hair grow gray. I dyed it almost all my life. I started turning gray maybe around 25. I got gray early, and I dyed it my whole working career. But now that I'm retired and not working, why dye your hair? Just wash it, and I'm letting it grow out so that I can. I'm letting it grow out so that I can cut it off. I'm going to cut off all the. I'm two-toned right now. So once I get it cut, I think I'll be able to get it cut like in May or June, right at the start of summer. So then I might show you my face. We'll see. Let's see. I was looking for Beth's comment. I have to learn how to scroll here. Beth is in the house. Hello, Beth. Joe says, that is vintage. Meri, your enemies, no way. For you, Bible, I've got to get this closer to my head. I'm going to readjust where this camera goes. Let's see. For you, for your Bible journal, she says. Oh, seahorses. You'd love to see my Bible journaling. I haven't done a lot. I started doing when Sue Hiles was doing her Psalms. I started doing Psalms, and then I got into November and December, and I kind of set it aside. So I've got that. I've got a Bible glue book, a Bible glue book, a faith glue book that I started. So I should get some of that out. I really started doing Bible art journaling when I still lived in Madison, and I left it up there. The Bible that I was working in was a Reader's Digest Bible. And I wish I would have brought that home with me. So let's see. I've got to bring this closer to my nose. So I will start doing more. Annie V sent me an Inspire Bible, and I should get that out and start working in it. Okay. So I think I caught everything that Beth said. If I missed something you said to me, Beth, say it again. Thank you, Holly. It's right above my comment, Mary. Oh, they are vintage. Their names are on the back. The paper dolls, the paper dolls are vintage. Let's go back out here. Where did I put them? Let's go back. These are vintage. Oh, Alexander, they're vintage. Oh, how cool. And you shared them with me? Oh, wow. That's Alexander. And this is Barbara and Alexander. Well, now that I know they're vintage, I may do some faces on the page and just kind of trace the bodies out and just kind of lightly attach these maybe with, I don't even know if washi tape. If I put washi tape, I might put it across the tabs because I don't want to ruin something vintage. Barbara and Alexander, how cool. I will be using these, but not tonight. I'm going to put them back in here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here's the message. The paper dolls are vintage and their names are on the back. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Don't you just love Janet? She helps out. She keeps me in line. I miss her so much. I miss so much. I feel so bad because people say hello to me. Like, here's Newbie Cheryl in the house. And Newbie, I think it was you who commented on my morning stream this morning where it was really jerky. Was it you who said I was doing a flip through all my images? And I think you commented and said you could see them, but they weren't all that clear. That was really jerky. And Linda told me a Google Chrome setting to go out and set, and I think that's helped a lot. So I think we've kind of solved that problem. Every streamer needs a Janet. Absolutely. I don't know if Janet would want us to clone her, but I agree. Janet is so helpful, not only in my stream. She helps out Tanya and Aunt Beck and Lisa, and we all miss her. When she gets those migraines and is offline for a while, we go, where's our Janet? We come back. We miss you, Janet. Let's see. Lisa's in the house. Newbie Cheryl, Holly Dalton. Okay. Yeah. So this is an art doll magazine. And this actually came in Happy Mail from Gina Ahrens, but I've since learned that it was actually created by Jeri at Recycled Parts for Art, and she had sent it to Gina, and Gina passed it along. So I get it, and I'm keeping it. We decided that it found its true home. And I've been doing reverse collage in here. Let me show you some of the pages. What I have marked here are quotes. But let me show you some that I've finished. Maybe not that one's kind of. Here's one where there's a Chinese calligrapher done by Lisa Lichtenfels is the art doll. And since it was a calligrapher, what I do is I do the reverse collage. Let's pick a page that doesn't have, this does not have reverse collage on it. This is actually done Dee Willingham style. She kind of started us off on that, where she took a magazine and cut it in half in the middle horizontally, and then she glued the front and the backs together. So in the front part of the book, you'll get the top half of the pages. The back half of the book, you'll get the bottom half of the pages. But then we go in and do reverse collage around all of these. So I do three things. I find a page that I want to work on. I do reverse collage. Then I pick out a quote that might go with the art doll magazine, and I try to leave the name of the doll and the doll artist credited. And then after I get my quote on there, then I'll go in with my fine line paint applicator and do some doodling. And since this is calligrapher, I pulled this out of a Goodreads book by Sean Martin. And it was like a novel, but it said Addison spoke in quotes while everyone else spoke in scribbles. So I played off of that word scribbles, and with my fine line applicator, I did scribbling all around here. So that's how I completed that page. I have some pages that I am completing in here. Let's pick another one. Here's one. And same technique. I do the reverse collage, and then I pick a quote. And the quote was, "A box without hinges, key, or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid." That's a J.R.R. Tolkien quote. And this was a Life is a Juggling Act. This was a doll, Jack, Who Likes His Box, was the name of this doll. And it was done by Joe Koloff. And then all I did around here was, my diagonal doodles. So that's how I'm completing this book. Here's one of the first pages I did. Same technique. I did the reverse collage. And I love this one. This doll is all about the feet. Right here, there's some little feet, because that top part of the doll is up here on the top part of the page. This is the back of the book. And there is a doll here, but the quote reads, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose." And of course, that's a Dr. Seuss quote. And then this is the fine line paint around here. I'm not going to do anything in this, but I am going to start finishing these pages out. Now, some of these pages are coming loose. You can see right here. And Dee has that problem too. And she says, just take some washi tape and put in there. So you will be seeing me do that. These are magazines. They aren't meant to be anything more than magazines. And those things will happen. Here's one. This is about, Prince Charming. Well, let's see. There are three girls here. Come sweep me off my feet, waiting for Prince Charming. That's what this doll is here. A little doll sitting on her throne, and she's waiting for Prince Charming. This was done by Marlene Verhelst, Verhelst. Let's see what you're saying to me in chat. New viewer, Aaron Klossner. Hi, Aaron. Let's see. Let me scroll. I haven't learned how to scroll back. Hi, Aaron. Welcome. Welcome. I hope she's okay. Glad you're here. Who you're hoping okay, Aunt Beck? Are we talking about Ruby? Are we talking about Ruby? Ruby, is that who? Yeah, Ruby. No, we haven't seen Ruby lately. We're missing our 33rd Avenue. Ruby, come back. I'm going to send her a PM too. I just haven't got it done this week. So, no, she's kind of faded into the background. And this may be a good time to talk about the Zoom. Every month, Jeri and I collaborate on a mini art retreat that we do on Saturdays. At the third week of the month, usually we started doing it on Saturdays. Now we're changing that next month. We're going to, if the person who's teaching our project wants to do it during the week, we're going to let them do it on a weekday during the week if they choose, but it'll always be the third week of the month. So in February, well, let's talk about January. Let's talk about this coming Saturday, January 19th, from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time will be our mini art retreat Zoom. And if you're interested in it, if you haven't signed up, if you go to the description box below, you'll have to scroll down toward the bottom because I put my doodle links in here. But there is a link to how to sign up to the list. Now, if you sign up, she asks for your name, and it's really important to put in your name. Don't put in numbers or anything weird, because if it's too weird, you will show up in our Zoom as a black box, and we don't know who you are, so we assume that you aren't here. So we delete you because we have to know who you are. So when you sign up, put in your name, or like I would put in the.meri.atelier, some identity that we can call you. Susie Q or Allie K, Aaron, something like that. And the email address where you can receive emails. And this is important too, because that's the only way, email's the only way that we have to notify you when the upcoming meeting is and what it's going to be all about. And then the day of the meeting, like this coming Saturday, earlier in the morning, about 3 hours before we start, Jeri will send out another reminder email with the ID that you need to click to come into the Zoom. But if you're new and haven't signed up yet, and you sign up for your emails, it's really important for you to watch for a confirmation email. It might get lost in your email. It might go to spam. It might go to trash. And I've noticed in my Gmail account that my emails from Jeri's newsletter and from her communications from the Zoom are going into a Gmail box called promotions. So if you have a Gmail account, you might look in your promotions folder if you can't find any notification. I'm just adding that because it's just something that we ran across this week. So 1 to 3 on Saturday. This will be public for the people that have signed up. I will be in the room. I hope to open it around 11:30. And if you want to come in early and just sit, and I'll try to be available to chat with you, just kind of get to know each other. If you're new to Zoom, if you want to know something about Zoom, you can, kind of look around, ask questions. But the meeting itself will start at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3 Eastern time. So that's all about Zoom. I wanted to get that in there. We hope to see you. And even if you don't plan on coming, it doesn't hurt to sign up for the emails and keep an eye on the projects that are coming up. You might find something that will be very interesting. Monica is teaching. Monica, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her last name right, Moran. She's teaching tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to what she's doing. But it's really important, if you're signed up, to check for your emails, because that's the only way we have to communicate with you right now. So let's go back down to chat here. I've done my little spiel there. Let's see. Come on, go down. Janet. Yeah, thank you, Janet, for putting that in there. Thank you so much. Hi, Arlene. Welcome, Arlene, Holly, Newbie, Cheryl, and Barb. All right. So I kind of chatted about, I'm not going to do anything in here, but I'm going to start doing in there because I want to finish this. And I want to finish my Childcraft one that I'm doing reverse collage in. I kind of put them aside for a bit while I got journaling and doing pick tins and stuff like that. I kind of got it put aside. Let's see. So I can cross this off my list. I want to put together this ATC. This won't take long because this was sent to me in Happy Mail. This will go on these. I'm not going to do these ATCs. I'm going to do this. And when I was looking through my images this morning, I found this. And I'm going, why is it just sitting in my Happy Mail or in my images? Why aren't I doing anything with it? It's a little kit. I have everything there. So why don't I just put this together? So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't know who sent it to me. I love that they did. I love It's kind of like a little kitchen one. Let me get all the little embellishments out. It's got a little spoon. It's got a little, whoops, the little tie came off of it here. It's got a little spoon charm, and it's got a little plate with knives and forks. Let's put these on my... Aren't those darling? Can you see them? So, and I think this is meant to be the ATC. And then there's some paper here, which is larger than ATC. And there's paper here. But what I thought, this reminded me of a tablecloth. And so I thought I would put that there. And I think I'll kind of tear this as a border. And I think I'm going to see if I can punch. Let me grab my, I got a smaller circle punch that may fit those plates. Let's see if it might be just a tad bigger. Let's see. I don't like these plastic. Now it might be too big. I need to get a smaller one. But I could punch a large one right here. But I don't think I will. I think I'll wait till I get a smaller one. I don't want to ruin that. I'll save this for something else. I'm going to use this as the tablecloth. And I'm just going to glue it down. And I'm going to do this with my glue stick. Glue stick that's getting old. So it's the bigger glue stick. I need to get the palette knife out here. I got it in my water. Let's wash it off here. I put it in the water. I should not leave my tools in the water. That's bad, bad, Meri. What I want to do is glue a corner of this down. I want to start doing more art in my Friday night streams. I get a lot of art done during the morning. Let's just put my... And you want to get it all around your edges. I took my other glue stick out in the other room. Oh, no, I have one here. I have a new one here. All right, let's put this on. I'm just going to put it on right here on the, kind of on the corner, right in there. And it doesn't have to be straight. It could be straighter, Meri. Yeah. There. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to come. And look, it's got a little ribbon with little twill. And then I'm going to come with this and I'm going to tear this. Like this. Oh, I think I'll leave the teapot. And that will come right in here. Right in there. So let's get some, I'm going to put this digger one back away. Let's see what's going in chat. Holly's doing thumbs up. I didn't understand getting started. Arlene says, I signed up for a while back, but I didn't understand what the getting started email said for me to do. Arlene, are you on Facebook? Am I think I've messaged you before on Facebook, haven't I? Would you check? And I'll tell you what, if you're interested in coming tomorrow, I will go ahead and send you the number in a message on Facebook. And I won't do that all the time, but then I will get with Jeri next week and we will check it. I'll have to have the email that you want to sign up as. If you're interested in signing up, we'll need the email that you want to sign up with, and Jeri can manually add you. So we do that with people that are having problems. We don't want to get in the habit of doing that because we want people to watch the emails. And let's see, I think I'll use the trimmer on this. See, my laptop gets in the way here. Let's use the trimmer. Let's trim this little bit off if I can. Can I trim that little bit off? Yes. Yes. And we're going to trim the bottom off. I'm going to make an ATC tonight. I want to start using my Happy Mail. And this is just a small project. My blade's getting stuck there. This is just a small project. So I'm going to save stuff like this for my scrapbook. And let's trim this off. Whoops. 2 1/2. And I can save that. That may not be perfect, but it's perfect enough for me. I'm not a perfectionist type person. Now I think there's some other, the kitchen is the heart of the house. There's a lady here I want to get in there. I like this little lady. I should probably zoom in a little, but I don't think well, maybe I will zoom in a notch. This will be a good experience. Hold the phone here. We're going to zoom in a notch here. I think I did. Let's go back. Yeah. Because when I start doing the doodle challenge, we're going to do the doodle challenge next. So here's the thing. When we do the doodle challenge, you don't have to do them on ATCs. For me, I'm calling this a doodle art challenge, a doodle ATC challenge. And I'm doing mine on ATCs, but if you want to do them on index cards, in your art journal, whatever maybe you're just keeping track of them. But what I'm doing with these, and what I did in one of my morning streams, is I'm starting to put the doodles on little cards like these. And we're going to save them for a doodle pick 10. And on the back, I'm going to put numbers on them. And we'll by the time we get through several doodle challenges, I'm doing 10 of them in each challenge on Friday nights. And by the time we get 5 Friday nights, we'll have 50 cards. If I do 10 Friday nights, we'll have 100 cards. And I don't think I have 100 here. I can make more. But so that's kind of where I'm going with this. It's kind of fun, but we're not going to do that pick 10 tonight. I'm going to finish this up. But what I'm saying is, if you want to do yours on I got to get used to my camera here. If you want to do yours on ATCs, you might get some ready if you don't have any blank ATCs. Now, I think Aunt Beck used a painty background, that she had just in her stash. And if you do that, if it's just like a pink or a green background or something like that. But if you have a lot of print on there, like flowers and circles and all of that on there, you may not want to use a painty paper. You want something that's fairly subtle because we're going to be doodling on them. But that's kind of up to your taste. But while I'm finishing this up, if you're going to play along with us, you might want to get your ATCs ready. I really like that twill. Let's see, how am I going to put this? The kitchen is the heart of the house. And if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. I like that one. I've got an ink pad here. Oh, do I have the... And let me reach over here. Do I have the red? No, it's out in the... Here. Oh, dear me. Of course they all fall out. Why wouldn't they? And I got these little distress inks. I'm going to use this pink, I think. The pink and the blue. Oh, that's the mustard. Let's see what this is. I have trouble getting these little distress pads open. Is there a trick to this? Is there more than one? What am I doing here? There. Ha! I just want to ink the edges of these. I don't usually use these smaller ones. I usually use the larger ink pads. but I got these to work with my journaling so that I can work with my little light bulb stamp and smaller stamps. Let's go ahead and I might put this one on the back. So this was a kit that was sent to me in Happy Mail, and it's just sat around. And I'm going to start using my, got a little inky there. That's okay. I'm just going to start using my Happy Mail. Why have it? People send it to you. Look, there's a little sifter, a little frying pan. What else is here? This looks like cookbooks. Good and Easy Cookbook, Betty Crocker. So those will go on there. Let's see. She's got to go. Can I put her there? Would that be too busy? I think it would. I would like to. No. Nope. You know what I almost want to do is get my finger painty. Get my finger painty with just a little smoosh of white paint. Let's see what's going on in chat. I'm only reading like the last 20 messages. Holly says, I forgot Janet was excited because I made it on time. Arlene says, I signed up a while back. Yeah, Arlene, we kind of talked about that. I'll check Messenger after chat, see if I can find you. Let's see. How cute. Thumbs up. Marianne says, for some reason, I can't get Zoom. I've signed up 3 times and no confirmation is sent. Well, Marianne, I have a feeling that you're getting confirmations, but they're probably, are you using a Gmail address? I have found, because I had a problem finding my last letter from Jeri. And it ended up in a Gmail folder called promotions. And I did not expect that to be there. So if you're using a Gmail address, check your promotions folder. See, I'm just going to kind of edge that. Or check some of your folders that might be like a social media folder. Let's see what else is going in here. Marianne says, for some reason, I can't get Zoom signed up. Marianne, if you message me on Facebook, I've got my ID in the back, in my description box. You message me your email address and we'll sign you up manually. Janet, I'm not getting my Zoom emails either, Elena says. And I don't use Gmail. Okay, Elena, the same thing. Message me on Facebook and message me with your email that you want to sign up with. I have a feeling that you guys are getting them, but they're getting lost somehow. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. I will, if you guys want me to, make sure that I know. Send me a message on Facebook. And tomorrow when I open the room, I will private message you on Facebook the ID number that you need to send in. If you're interested in coming, I'm trying to get this lid back on. It's got that old bottle. It's getting, I put paint down in the bottom of it. It's about done anyway. So if you're interested, I'm only going to give it to you if you private message me on Facebook, because we want to have you there if you want to be there. I wish we had a better way than email to do this, but it is what it is. We can only do so much. Jeri and I have talked about doing a Facebook group for the public, to put our IDs out there. But the thing of it is, not everybody is on Facebook and not everybody uses Messenger. So we're going to have a problem no matter what we do. So, but if you ever do have a problem, if you want to come to the Zooms and you're not getting the messages, email, either messages on Facebook or email us and say, hey, where's my email? Now, I think I'll try to put a little red on this right here on the border. And we'll get you signed up one way or the other. And if we can't get you signed up, if you're still not finding your emails or not getting them, see, Jeri can tell. When she sends out those email with her email, she can tell if the email went through and if you received it. And she can tell if you've opened it. So, and if you received it and haven't opened it, we're thinking that it probably went into some email box and you're not finding it. Because that's what happened to me this time. It went into a Gmail box called promotions, and I wasn't looking for it in promotions. I was looking for it in my inbox or in spam. So let us know. We'll get you signed up and we'll work with that. Let's see. Can I put this? This is going to be awful tiny to put back in here. Me while I do the licky lick thing there. And the plate. Get in there. Come on. Oh. Little DNA on that cord. Come on. Did it get through? Did it? Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. You just got to talk to it. Good. Nice. Oh, it only went through 2 of them. Oh, phooey. Now, I could announce it on my community tab. But the thing of it is, then we would get people out there. The community tab goes to everybody in the whole wide world. So, we don't want to put our Zoom number out there for everybody to see. This is a private art retreat offline, off the internet. So, we're still, I don't know, we just have to have a better way to communicate. But here's the thing. If you want to come Saturday, message me on Facebook and I will send you personally a private message in Facebook and make sure that you have it. All right, so let's glue this down. Aunt Bet, don't get too excited. It's just an explanation of how we are making our journals and what the poem is. Oh, Lisa, I have some Greek to send to you. And Lisa, here's the thing. You were looking for foreign languages. Now, I know a lot of people are sending you things, and I'm going to send you some Greek. But I had to return, a bamboo stylus that I thought that was going to work with my laptop. I wanted a stylus, and it didn't work, so I returned it to Best Buy, but I was looking at the warranty. And they have every language in the world on those warranties. So if you have some old warranty, product warranty just sitting around, you might look on there for like Japanese, because you said you just need a little piece, like there's Spanish and French and German and Italian and, and it's all warranty information, but as long as you don't care what it says, let's see, I'm going to put that lady here. As long as you don't care what it says, that might, or for anybody else that is looking for foreign language, look for old product information, an old warranty card where they have to put those in several different languages. So I had to turn mine back in because I got a full refund. But that will be a good place to look for foreign language if you don't care what it says. Yeah. Hi, Mark. Welcome, welcome. let's see. I want to get the cookbooks on here at least. I might have to save some of these other pieces, but let's put the cookbooks. Maybe I'll just kind of tuck them in here. Tuck them down there. Yeah. Let's put a tab of glue. I'm just about done with this ATC, and then we'll go ahead with our doodle challenge. Just gonna tack this on right in there. And let me go ahead. I'm gonna save these for something else because I don't want to get too much on there. And let's go ahead and edge it. I kind of like these little pads, ink pads. They're good for little projects like these. I don't need a big ink pad to do this. This was a July hit. Somebody sent this to me in Happy Mail, and I don't know who sent it to me, but thank you for it. So let's go ahead and put these back in. I'm going to keep these. I'll keep these in my journal. Maybe I'll put them in Beth's pocket. Along with the little paper dolls. Come on, get in there. Little frying pan, and this, and this. And this is just a little, and they even sent me a ATC protector. I'll keep that out. And this, I don't want to throw that away. So this will just be extra. Maybe I can make another ATC or something with it. We'll fold that up, and I'm going to glue this down. Let's document it first here. I'm going to say, received this ATC kit in Happy Mail. Put together in Friday stream, and this is January 18th, 2019. And then I'm going to sign it and write TheMeriAtelier. I haven't lost any data connection. Yay! I love that I'm not losing the data connections. I just love that. Hi, Beth Ann. Hi, Lucia. You going to try to make the Zoom tomorrow? Yay. Yay. All right, 1 to 3 p.m. And for those of you who want to come tomorrow, message me with your email address, and I will send you back when I open the room, I will send you the ID number that you need to sign into the room when I open it. But we need your email address to get you signed up on the list. You will not, if you are having trouble tomorrow to get into the room, you will not need to have the email, but we need to have your email to put you on the list for future. And then I will personally go back and follow up after tomorrow and make sure that you are on the list and that you are getting emails. If there's several of you, we might just have Jeri send out a general email to confirm that you got it. And if you didn't get it, then we need to know why. So my ATC is done. I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. That little charm, let it dry. So thank you, Beth Schuler, for the Happy Mail. Yay. Let's put my glue stick away. We are getting ready to do our doodle challenge. I hope you guys are enjoying that doodle challenge. I had so much fun last week doing it. There's my Archiver's ink, my palette knife. Let's put my palette knife. Well, ew, it's kind of gucky. Let's see if I can't get a little of that off. I don't like to put it away dirty. I like to keep my palette knife relatively clean for the next time. Throw that away. Let's put these little inkies away. I'll want them later. Oops, they fell on the floor. I'll have to pick them up. All right, this will go back in my journal. Let's get my journal out here. I'm going to have to push my book back a little. My laptop back just a little so I have room to work. Let's put ATC together. That's crossed off the list. So we're going to do the doodle challenge next. Now how this works, let me put this away. Come on. It's in here somewhere. Here. I'm going to put it in with Beth's Happy Mail. How this works is I'm going to find a page. Here's what we did last week. Maybe if I move my book up a little and over. Here's what we did last week right here. We worked off of the stained glass window and I pulled motifs. And then the challenge was, as I drew out the motif, I show you on my camera. My next task is to get that printer set up. But next week, I'm going to have the printer set up and I'm going to print these off. I'm still going to show them to you on my camera for this week. So let's go to a blank page. I think I'll work on here. And if I remember right, I have to put something behind that. And let me pull out a piece of paper here. Otherwise, it soaks through. My markers soak through. Let me pull out a piece of cardstock. Of course, I get two. Do I have two here? It's awfully thick, yeah. There. All right. So I'm going to work on this page. And I'm going to use my marker, my orange marker, and my black one, if I can find it. This one might be getting dry. Got too much stuff on my desk. Oh, and it all falls off. I move it and then it falls on the floor. And I'm going to write doodle. Yeah. These markers get dry too fast for me. I like them, but they get dry pretty fast because I use them a lot. This is doodle challenge number 3. I should put ATC challenge. I went to Walmart this week. I got some new ones. I get these markers at Walmart. 44 cents for 2 of them. Oops, that's a chisel tip. Are they all chisel tip? Yeah, hold it. Hold it. Let me get a pen. I like the chisel tips because I got the wide marker, but to write, I like these. I get these 2 for 44 cents. They're 22 cents a piece and permanent, and they will soak through your paper. But if you're writing across or drawing across acrylic paint, or if you ruin it somehow, you've only lost 22 cents. Are you guys buffering? Danny, are you buffering too? Now that has to be an internet thing because I'm not buffering. Let me sign on here. Are you back? Yeah, I had a good run, didn't I? It might just be a bandwidth thing. I may not be able to do anything about that. I'm not buffering here. I see your messages up there, Janet.
I see your messages up there, Janet.
Oh.
I see your messages up there, Janet.
Better turn my sound off.
I see your messages up there, Janet. Turn my sound off. Your messages up there, Janet. Turn my sound off. Messages up there, Janet.
All right, I fixed that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was echoing in. That's because I had my sound on my phone. I turned my sound down on my phone. I should have done that before I went into my YouTube here. I would think that I would probably, I'm going to clear the notifications out here. I think I would probably be more apt to buffer since I'm using more bandwidth here, but I want to see what you guys are seeing. Are we back now? Are we all back? Okay. Let me know if we buffer again, and I'll slow down until we're all back again, or most of us are back. If you're not back, do a refresh. Okay, are we ready to play? Who's playing? I'm just going to kind of bop through it. I put the links. This might be good to show you here. Whoops. I put the links in the description box. Let me go to my description box. If you go to my description box, you'll see something you can't see here because it's bright, but it says Doodle Game 2. How can I? I guess I think Dee Dee turns the brightness down. Let's see if I can turn down brightness. See if that helped. It helps a little. She turns down the brightness so you guys can read it a little bit better. All right, let's go back to my YouTube. You can see it a little better here. And I have Doodle Game 2. And the first one we're going to look at is the Terracotta bowl fragment. And if you click on that link, these are all from the public domain, public access domain at the Metropolitan of Modern Art. And I did not get that link in there. I got it in last week's. So after chat, I'll go in and put in the link to where you can go to the public access library at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. They've got all sorts of images out there in the public domain. So, but these are the ones I pulled. So we're going to do that first one, which is a terracotta bowl fragment, and it looks like this. It looks like this. Now, I've got it also in my gallery, and it is, come on, it is this one. Let me open this one up because I can zoom in close here. Let me hold it up to the camera. So that's the doodle that we're going to do. So this is your first, excuse me for my shaky hands here. It's shaky because I'm holding the phone, and when I hold it tight, my hands shake. But we're going to do 10 of them. We're going to do 5 on one and 5 on another. So this is the first one. So I'm going to draw it out. And if you need to see it closer, if you can go to that link, you can also bring it up for yourself. But what I do is I draw a little box here. And I'm just going, here's what I noticed with this. Am I buffering again? Am I frozen? There. I think I kind of buffered there. What I noticed with this is this line will skip 2 of these blocks. So there's a block, skip 2, a block, skip 2, and a block. So 1, skip 2, 1, skip 2, 1. And then this line will skip 2. It'll be 1 and 4, 2 and 5, 3 and 6. So they always skip 2. See, this line comes clear around, skips 2 blocks, and connects to that. Let me draw it out. So you have these kind of, I don't know, loopy cylinders with the curved top. So I'm going to draw 6 of these. 1, 2. And you might want to draw these small if you're going to put all 5 on an ATC. I'm just drawing it big here so you can see it. 3. Do I have my white under? Yeah. 4. 5. And this is even larger here than it is here, but I want you guys to see it. And here's 6. Okay. So this curved line skips these 2, and it goes 1, and it's a nice curve. My curve isn't that nice. It's 1 and 4, and 2 and 5, and 3 and 6. That's how it goes. And then they start again here, and they skip 1. So you might want to do this in a different color. In fact, I think I will. They skip 1, so it's 1 and 4, or 2 and 4, 3 and 5, and 4 and 6. Only you might want to bring these up a little further. Just as you can play with them however you. These are doodles. Then in between here, let me flip my camera. Come on, flip. In between here, they've got the dots. So let's draw some dots in there. And that's kind of how that doodle goes. That's an interesting doodle. That's an interesting doodle. And this one's fairly large. This is probably larger than my ATC. So I'm going to put that as number 1. And you know what I'm going to do on my ATCs? What did I do with them here? I'm actually going to draw out my ATC here. I'm going to trace around this rather than put it on an ATC card. I'm just going to draw it this way for the fun of it. Like that. Now, I think I'll make mine fairly small because I want to get 5 doodles on here. So I think I'll make it, I'm going to make a line up here, right here on mine. And you can do yours however you want. If you're working on an ATC or an index card or working on a page like I am. All right, now I need to get 6. Let's turn this again. Come on, flip. Let's bring it, enlarge it. Come on, can I enlarge? Come on. There. This is how, whoops, I got to learn how to do this. This is how it looks. And this is how I drew it. I'm going to see if I can't draw it a little bit better here. So 6, I'm going to start right about in here. And I'm not going to come all the way up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are just doodles. You can refine them as you go. You can, I like to kind of get a pattern. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this. Arched, looped arches, arch columns. This almost looks like an arbor. So it's, you skip 2, and I'm not going, my arches are going to be kind of flat. So I'm going to skip 2, and skip 2. Now, because I want to color in, I'm going to get a green marker or a red marker, or another marker, color marker here. Let's see. Maybe this blue one. There's no blue on this, but I want a different color. So on this one, I'm going to go from 2 and skip 1 and go 2 and 4, 3 and 5, 4 and 6. And then you could carry the 6 off and the 1 off the edge of the page there. And then I'm going to put black dots in here. We're just doodling. We're just doodling. We're getting, what we're really doing is looking at historical art pottery fragments, any art, maybe some, if I can find some samplers out there. I think somebody posted that they found some Indian art, and I thought that was, and I think they meant Native American Indian art. Anything that's in the public domain and we're looking at it, not only are we getting inspired by it, we are also learning about the art itself. Like this vase is, of course, I think it's probably Egyptian. It's ancient. And if you go to that link, you can read about the fragment and where they found it and what collection they have it in and that. You can't see that too well. Let me get my phone over here. Shall I zoom in one more notch? I hate to zoom in too much because then I need to move my camera a little, or I need to adjust my desk is what I need to do. Let me hold this up so you can actually see my my arched piece there. And of course, I got to get used to it being backwards there. That's mine. And let me tell you guys, last Friday night, after I read my replay and all that, probably it was Saturday morning before I got to check to see what you guys did, I was blown away. Becky's were just, her doodle ATCs were beautiful. Beth did, was it you, Beth? Danny, you guys that played along with this, your ATCs were just gorgeous. Holly, oh my goodness, I was blown away by what you guys did. Beautiful. So are we done? Are we ready? They look like paddles. They look like paddles. Yeah, they do kind of. I've seen them being more as columns and arches. So I think I'm going to call this an arched colonnade. That's what I'm going to call it. Arched colonnade. How do you spell colonnade? C-O-L-U-M-N-A-D-E. Well, that's what it's going to be here. I'll go back and correct it later. Colonnade, you know, a row of columns. It's scribbled out. Those are hard spelling words. Mine looks like owls lined up. You know, they do kind of, with these could be owls. They do kind of look like owls. I've lost my blue in here, though. My blue is darker than, but that's the way it goes. Let's do the blue. Well, no, I've already done I'm going to put an extra blue line here. My blue is really a darker blue than what it leads you to believe. And I suppose this one probably goes over here. I'm probably missing a couple of these on here. Probably goes something like that. All right, let's go to the next one. They're fun to do, and I'm blown away by what you guys do. Let's go to the next one. And I'm not saying that what I pick here is going to follow the links. If you're interested in following the links, you can follow along. Let's pick one. Let's pick one off of this vase. Let me show you this vase. Let's show you this vase. Is awesome vase. Oh, and that's a close-up. Where is the vase itself? Do I only have the close-ups in here? Oh, here it is. Here. So this is a terracotta vase again, and it's beautiful designs. Now I've got close-ups of these, but this is what we're going to do. I just wanted to show you the vase that I'm picking it off of. So let's go and look at one of the close-ups. These are a little bit more intricate than the ones we did last week. Let's see, where is a close-up of it? I thought I brought a close-up. Well, I can get a close-up. Here. Can you see that pretty good? There, put it in the center. This is what we're going to do. Now you can do as many of these intricate parts as you want. You may just want to do the little fan shape. I'm not going to put in this line down here at the bottom. To me, that goes to something else, and this goes to something else. I'm just going to do this part. Whoops, excuse me. I'll get these printed off when I get my printer set up so we can look at them on a paper rather than me showing you on the phone. Because it's kind of hard for you to see, but you can also link to that vase and enlarge if you want. So here's what we're going to do. And I might have to do more than one ATC here because I'm just going to draw a second ATC. I might have to do more than one. Maybe I'll just leave space here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the box first. And I'm going to make it fit my box. All right. Maybe I should zoom in just one here. Let me zoom in another notch so it gives me experience zooming in anyway. Let's zoom in one more notch. Zoom in one more. There. There. So what I'm going to do is you kind of have to find your center point. My center point's right about in here, just estimating. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you want a line coming this way and around and a loopy line. And you want a line coming this way around, and I call it a loopy line. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then the center here, it's got kind of like a band. And it's got, let's see, let's put this where you can see it. It's got a white band right here. And then it's got all these fan shapes coming out this way. Now, I'm going to start at the bottom to draw mine. And actually, if you look at it, this is its own little segment here. This does not come clear down. So I'm going to start with the second one because it comes clear down to that point. And I'm just going to kind of draw it out that way. Whoops, and that was even too far. And out that way. This is just doodling. And this is its own little segment in here, kind of like that. And let's draw the center ones. It's got kind of two main center ones coming out. And it's curves this way. So you kind of maybe want to put an imaginary curve in there. And it's wider here at the base. And my marker is marking where I don't want it to mark. But after you do 2 or 3 of these, you'll start getting it. So kind of make it fan shaped. Just kind of bring it out into a fan shape. And of course, my white line has disappeared there. Let me see here. Let me get a dab of white paint because I don't like the idea that my white line disappeared. Let me get a little teeny bit of white paint here. I'm going to fix this because I want my white band. This is right there. There's nothing saying I can't fix it. All right. And the more you do these, I would imagine the better that they'll get. Like, I would probably want these out just a little bit more. So they're kind of centered on the piece. This one actually comes out to the edge. They kind of fan out like that. Like that. Sort of like that. And then, of course, this is a band. Now, on this, if you can look, there's a real faint little spot in there. Maybe I'll put that in too. It's kind of like it's really faint on here. It's right in there where those 2 circles kind of intersect. No, they don't intersect. It's kind of like 2 circle shapes there. Kind of like a shape like that. I kind of like that. And in fact, I'm going to, just for the fun of it, I'm going to paint some lines in here just to define it a little better. There. Just a little, whoops, see, and I even did that too much there. I'll fix that. I will fix it. So that's our second doodle. What would you call this? It looks like a dancing lady to me. I'm not watching chat, guys. Zoe saying, hi, Auntie Ro. Hey, Beck. Hello, Zoe. Katrina's in the house. Holly says, Janet. I think her name was Judith Ann. How is everyone? Zoe saying, hi, Zoe. So I'm going to call this number 2, and I'm going to call it the Dancing Lady. These are just my names. You can call them anything you want. Dancing Lady. Because that's what it looks like to me here. I don't know if that's what it looks like to me. Come on, flip. Flip. I guess it kind of looks like a dancing lady with her head here and her 2 arms there. Mine looks more like a dancing lady than theirs does. All right. So let me draw. I think I'll just draw one. And let's just draw it halfway across here. Maybe I can get 5 on here if I'm careful. And I kind of want to find the center point. And then I'm going to do a curly curve and another curly curve. And then I'm doing this. I put my phone over here. I should get it where you guys can see it. I'm going to do this part right in here. Sort of like that. And then it's got a white band. It's got a fairly large white band here. And then I start coming out with the skirts. This way and this way. And then the little segments out to the side. This way. And then you just kind of draw them out. Make them wider at the base. And I would think the more you do of these, the better you'll get. This is only my first time doing these too, so kind of like that. You can do as many or a few as you're comfortable with. You want it to kind of fan out like that, sort of. I'm going to leave it alone. See, and I even don't have enough white in there to suit me. I'm going to go back in with my white. Now, I'm going to take my terracotta. I'm going to take my terracotta and our orange. I'm calling it terracotta. I'm going to color this in. That makes a difference too. But I'm going to leave these lines white in here. I didn't color this in. So if you leave your lines white on your skirt of the dancing lady, it will show up better. So that's number 2. I hope you guys are enjoying. Oops, I started coloring in there. Wasn't paying attention. Let's get my white paint out. I like kind of adding that white to it. Just some dabs. Let's put a white band there. And I started coloring this in. I didn't mean to. Let's just make some white lines here. Really, this should be all done with your marker, but there we go. Now, one more thing I want to do before I move on to the next one is color this in. And I did not color in the background here. I left the background here white. I should really color it in, but then I'll destroy my arches. So I'm going to leave it white. I colored it in over here. Actually, I got blue arches in there, but I'm going to leave it alone. See if I can do it without messing it up. So that's the dancing lady in my world. It can be whatever you want to call it. You might want to call it a stylized fan or a, I don't know. It looks like a dancing lady in my imagination. Okay. I am only doing 2 cards this week. Oh, you got hand cramps, Aunt Beck? I'm so sorry. Oh. Elena says, I'm not on the ball very often, guys. Joan says, I thought that Edith Ann was the one oversized rocking chair. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have to reread chat. All right. So are you ready to move on to 3? I'm chattering a lot. See, my phone even went dark while I was chattering. Let's go back. Let's pick another one. I like this vase. What else did I do on that vase? Oh, let's go off of this vase. Let's do a simple one. Let's do a simple one. I laughed when I found this one. Let me get it up here so you can see it. Look, they knew about hearts back then. Oops, I can't expand that anymore. There are little hearts. There's a little zigzag line, and then there's a row of hearts upside down and a row of hearts right side up. So that'll be a simple one. So it will look, I'll just call it row of hearts. I'm going to draw a line here, just like a little rectangle, like this. I'm going to put my zigzag lines in the center, like this. This will be easy, but it's fun to do the easy ones. This is doodling. And then we got hearts that go upside down on top, or you can do it on the bottom if you want. Upside down row of hearts. Not hard to do this one. It's fun to do simple ones. It's fun to mix them. It's fun to mix them. That one I'm going to squeeze in. And then we're going to do the right side up hearts on the bottom. I guess I could get this. Oh, yeah, you can see it over here. That's just there. I expanded a little. That's what we're doing right there. And then I'm going to put each one of these little motifs on one of those little cards. And we're going to build a pick 10 game, doodle game. So we'll be doing these again. This is good practice. This is good practice. I'm going to leave it. That's number 2. This is number 3. And I'm just going to call it Hearts Row. HEARTSROW. And then I'm going to color it in with my orange, because these are kind of simulating the terracotta vase. Colored in. I can't wait to see what some of you guys are doing. And Beth did 4 of them last week. And she said her hands are only going to let her do 2 this week, but they were beautiful, Aunt Beth. Okay, I'm going to put my hearts row up here. Should I put it at the top? I think I will. Do the zigzaggy lines. One thing is that this marker that I'm using is, it's not a fine tip. So it's a little bit harder, and I got it brand new, so the ink is flowing. It's a little bit harder to do a lot of detail. So the ink the ink is juicy. Let's do the right side up ones first. Now just think, somebody centuries and centuries ago was doing this design on a vase, a jar vase. And you can debate whether it was a man or a woman. I would think if it's hearts, that maybe some teenager did this one who's in love. I need teenier hearts here. These are the upside down ones. Let's put some little teeny hearts. But if they did this, if they decorated this vase, they did a good job, because this vase, well, this is a fragment though. This is a fragment, but it looks like there's a head. There's a head there, so that looks like it might have been done by somebody who was very practiced. Not that a teenager couldn't do that. It'd be interesting. Wouldn't it be interesting? I know if I were a young lady in those days, and if I saw this being done, I would want to paint on those jars. Let me at them. I'll paint your face on it. Now this kind of gets dark for me in there. It looks darker on my camera than what I see it as. Let me hold it up a little. I see it a little bit more orange, I think. A little bit more orange. But as you bring it back in the distance, it kind of gets dark in there. All right. Who's leaving? Elena. Bye, Elena. Thanks for stopping by. Good night. Hi, Debbie. I finally saw Debbie. Hi, Debbie Epps. Welcome. It seems like every time Debbie comes to one of my streams, I completely miss her. I didn't miss you tonight, Debbie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look, they're all saying hello to you. Debbie, we're doing doodles off of art. We're getting inspired by art that's in the public domain. These are terracotta fragments. I got them from the public domain library at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So let's go pick another one. That was number 3. We got 2 more for this ATC. Let's see. Let's pick another one. Let's do one. This one, let me see if I can enlarge it here. This one was sent to me by Anne, who, let's zoom. Can I zoom? Whoops. Let's zoom in. This was sent to me by Anne, our Anne Lar. She's the one who gifted me this laptop. So, and she said she saw this on a picture in her doctor's office. So I'm thinking she snapped a picture of it, she just sent me that one band that you saw when I enlarged it. But we're going to do this. Now, this is very similar to this one. Don't they look very similar? I almost think it's a little bit different, but look how similar they are in the shape. Now, this one has the loops going this way, coming kind of looping around this way, and this one has the loops going on top. So if you've done this one, you shouldn't have any trouble with what we're going to do with Anne's. So let's go ahead, and I think I will put it in here, and I will draw it out there. I'll put number 4 up here. Let's draw it out. And thank you so much for thinking to send this to me. It's so fun to do these and to have you say, hey, Meri, look. Let's do this one. So I'm just, and there's one in between here. Let me move this to the side here. There's another one on here that looks like this. And that's an interesting one. That almost looks like a little, I don't know, like a little head in there, and 2 little arms and a little gown. I don't know. That's an interesting shape, but we're going to go back over and do this one. let me draw my little box for the example. And this will be number 4. I haven't named it yet. And so it comes, here again, I'm just going to kind of put a little notch there for where I think the center might be. And what's white on here, I'm actually going to draw black with my marker. If you want to do the negative space, you can, but I'm going to fill the negative space in with my orange. So these white lines will be black on my design, on my doodle. So it'll come around like this. See the difference? Well, actually, the difference is they both go up. I was thinking this one went down, but they both go up and around, but this one's a little bit wider, I think. And look, I already messed this up. Let's go around this way. I don't know what made me think. And I'm going to color this in black. And then it's not quite centered. Then it's got a big flower here. It's not centered, Meri. That's okay. It's just your first doodle. It's got a big petal. We'll call this a petal. And I think these are more curved because it kind of curves this way and curves this way. And of course, I have to kind of compensate in my doodle for the space that I have here. Sort of like that. And then you just kind of keep going down. Curve. And the more you do of these, I think the better that they'll get. I mean, give me a break. This is my first one. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 2. I won't get 5 on here unless I make them real skinny. I might only get 4. Well, maybe if I can just get a hint of one in here. Right there. And 1, 2. Make this one kind of skinny. 3, 4, and 5, like that sort of. But now I got there. That's not exactly, this is too fat for me. But I'm going to leave it and maybe I'll do it better over here. So let's color it in the background. I kind of like it like this because it really differentiates this from this, although they're very similar in design. And I didn't even realize that until now. Because I just kind of went out there and pulled some bases and said, oh, these have some interesting shapes here. So I'm not going to call this a dancing lady. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. Let's do it again over here in a tinier space. It almost looks like a big spider here. I'm just not happy with that. I'm gonna do a little adjusting. I'm not happy. And there's nothing saying that I can't go in there and adjust. This is too thick of a line. It's more graceful than that. And then after this is dry, I'll go in and color it. And this is kind of graceful in here. I'm not unhappy with those. And there's, I actually could just put that a little white spot in there. I might just leave this white. I might just leave it white and not colored in. I I'm talking to myself here. Ah, I got something on my brush. Yeah, I have to go in and adjust all that now. I'm just playing with it. Just playing. Let's see what happens if I turn on my heat gun. Heat gun alert! All right. So let's go in and play in here a little bit more. A little bit more with the black. Yeah, this one. It's too thick. There. I like that a little better. There, I'm just going to leave it like that. I like that better than what it was. All right, so I'm going to do it over here. I'm not watching chat. I'm concentrating on my doodles. I moved my phone. It needs to go over here. I need to get used to how I'm centering this book. There. But now it's going to fall off. Here. Excuse me while I figure things out. Now I'm got out of my picture. There. All right. So now I'm going to do this one in here. I think what got me off is this one comes down lower. These come down lower, and this is more at the top. And this does loop around. This starts from the loop from the inside and goes out. And this starts from the loop around and comes this way instead of this way. I know what I'm saying. So I'm going to kind of find my center point, sort of. And then I'm going to draw a little loopy-doopy this way and come around here and around here. And then it's got a little kind of a diamond shape in there. I'm going to leave that white. You guys need to be closer. You need to see better. And then I'm going to do my center, and I don't want it too fat. I want it fat, but I want it elegant. Sort of like that. And so I shade it in. Yeah. And this one will come this way, like that. And this one will come this way like this. It does make me wonder when I do these things, who painted this way back then? And what were they thinking? Were they actually, obviously they were artistic, but was art a big part of their life? Did they have to develop their talent? Did they just start doing this because somebody had to do it? I like to think that there were people who, way back in the ancient days, who enjoyed art as much as we do today. Sort of like that. Now I'm going to add the white lines in there just because I think it adds a touch to it, but let's go ahead and add my orange. Let's add my orange first. And this is something I could refine. I'm drawing it pretty small on here. I'm drawing it pretty small. And I'm using a fat marker, and that makes a difference. Okay, now let's go back in with some white. Just a touch. Just a touch. I'm not following chat. I've got to get this chat screen closer to me. I would like to pop out the chat, but you know what? I did that this morning and my whole screen went crazy. So I'm not comfortable with popping out the chat. But I think that I can move this laptop and get it closer to my eyes. But I'll have to do some rearranging here on my desk. And I didn't get that done today. Oops, that's a little dark, but we'll work with it later. Now, did I draw? No, I left it like that. The only thing I want to do is touch that up a little. Okie dokie. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not unhappy with it. Let me dry this just a tad. And these are really, we're doing these more as examples. So we'll be coming back to these when we do our challenges. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let me look at chat though. Let me bring my screen up a little. Maria says, first time I've joined doodling. This is really fun. Thank you, Maria. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. You know, I'm almost wanting to put some white in here because I have white there and white there, but I don't have white up there, so maybe I'll leave this plain. That white really stands out, doesn't it, on here? All right, let's go on because I've been chattering away. Hi, Catherine. Good night, Debbie. I probably missed everything you said since you came in. So Aunt Beck says control and the plus sign would enlarge the type. Let me try that. Control plus. Do I have to be in this to do that? It's not happening on my screen, Aunt Beck, because I've got a little window there. Oh, it said it did. Oh, yeah, I guess it did. It just takes a while. It takes a while for it to happen. Yeah, it did enlarge it. But it's not scrolling for me. So I don't know. I'm almost tempted to close that chat window if I can and follow it on my phone. Oh, now it fell off of my screen here. Oh, I don't want that. I got it half on my screen and half off. I'm going to follow the chat in here. Oh, there it goes. Now this is weird. It's acting silly for me. Here, let me show you my screen. This is what it looks like. Whoops, let me move it here. See, I got all this black space in there now. Here's my window. And my chat is half off the screen. All I see is your icons there. Yeah, when I enlarged it, let's see if I can. I keep getting that other window. Yeah. Oh, you know what it did, Aunt Beck? it enlarged my window too. Oh, this is horrible. Let me, what I do? Control minus? Let's reset it. See if things come back into place. Because I can't see you guys at all now. There. I reset it. I don't have good response time on this. And I imagine that's my, you know, my bandwidth and all of that. So I almost like following the chat better on my phone, and I may do that unless we experience a lot of buffering. I can see where they're saying good night to Debbie. The last chat message I see says, "Oh, good Marie." There's an arrow pointing down. Let's see. You can hit the plus sign a couple times until it's large enough for you. Yeah, but then it also increases my window. I can't show you because you don't see my laptop. It not only increases my chat window, it increases my working window, and then it gets big. For some reason or another. Let's do number 5. Let's move on. Let's do number 5. Let's go out and pick another doodle. I think I'll follow the chat on my phone. I think I'm really more comfortable with that. I'm not saying I'm the best. Let's get it. Come on, flip. Let's pick another one. Now, this one is really complicated. And it's so beautiful. I might just pick a portion of it. And this is as far as it will expand. But see all those circles in there? It's actually a bird. See, there's the head here, and it's got the little beak there. And then it's kind of like a stylized swan. Well, we're not going to do the whole thing. We're just going to do the circles. It'll be pretty easy just to do the circles. Let's see. My pen. So this will be I haven't named number 4. I don't know what to call this. A leaf? I don't know. I'm just going to leave it blank for now. My head's not thinking. So number 4, I'm going to draw the band here. Let me get my everything placed here. I moved my laptop. Yeah. Okay. We're just going to do a part of that. And if you want to go out and look at the link on this vase, it's really pretty. What we're going to do is we're going to start in the center, and we're just going to come out, and we're just going to do loopy circles, just loopy circles, loopy circles. And when you get to the last loop, what you're going to do is kind of bring it down that way. And you're going to do another one as you can fit it in. You might want to bring the line up first. Bring up your line and do your outside circle and loop in. And I'm using a fat marker, so it's really kind of hard to, something like that. Only, whoops, I kicked my camera. I like more circles in there. Let's do another one. See how pretty? They're kind of elegant. Let's do one here. Let's just do a loopy circle like that. And I'm going to bring it down this way, like that. Something like that. And I think I'll call these loopy circles. And I think I want fatter lines here, just to give it some contrast. And the more you do these, the prettier they'll get. Loopy circles, I'm going to call them. It's really a line of loopy circles. Loopy circle line. Loopy circle line. But what they did on this vase is really elegant. They did, it's almost a swan. It looks like a swan to me. See, here's some feathers down in here. And this kind of looks like part of the body. And then it comes out this way and that way. And if you want to do a swan, I don't have enough room to do a swan in there. But this looks like head and the beak right in there. So I'm just going to do the loopy circle line. You can do what you want. Let's start here. This marker's almost too big for this small ATC, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Really too big. That's really not good. Let's do another one here. I don't like that at all, but it is what it is for now. I almost want to paint that out and color it in again with orange. I think I will, just to correct it. As long as I'm doing that on mine tonight. What's my cap? Let's just add some space lines in there. There. That looks a little better to me. What's this needs fixing in here? It's kind of a challenge to do these. But I will say, if I do these again, they'll probably look a little bit better. And if I use a finer tip pen rather than this fat marker, I'll probably have better luck. I love the design though. I love how that looks. And here again, the link to this face is in my description box. This is number 5. Are you guys bored? And I'm not following to see if you're ready or anything like that. I'm just moving on. I'm just doing it at my own pace here. I'm just going to color these in. So I'm going to call this done. I don't have number 4 named. I'm stumped on a name. It amazes me how you can get these on an ATC. Yeah, I need a finer tip pen. I have too fat of a pen to do these intricate. Holly's ready. Janet said, Meri, you can try this later. To the right of the live chat, there are 3 dots. Hit that and then hit the pop. I did that in my morning stream, Janet, and my whole browser just went into a blinking mode. I tried to pop out the chat and my browser just went crazy. It couldn't handle it. I don't want to do that tonight because I don't want to mess up our stream. I don't want to have to get into a problem. But I did try that this morning. I was aware of that, Janet, and it just acted crazy. What should I name this number 4? This came off of Anne's. I called this my dancing lady. What? This doesn't look like a dancing lady. What would you guys call this? Aunt Becca's ready. Yeah. It's technology for you, Janet. A bug? Does this look like a bug? It does kind of look like a bug, doesn't it? All right, it's going to be the bug. I'm going to put the bug. The bug. The bug. It's actually prettier on her picture than it is on my on mine. Okay. So this is challenge number. This is ATC 3. Are you guys up to doing another 5 or do you want to stop? Are you tired or do you want to go do another 5? I'm ready to do whatever you guys want to do. A moth? You want to do another? You're game to do another one? Well, if Aunt Beck's ready to do another, because she's got paint in her hands. So if she's ready to do another, I'm ready to do another too then. All right. So we're going to do another one. Look at the back of this. Let me pull it off. Let me flip my page. Look at the back, how it bled through. This is the back. It's almost as colorful as, voila, the front's here. And this is the back. That's why I put that piece of paper there, because I didn't want it to soak over onto my pretty paper dolls that Beth sent me. All right, I have to find another blank page. I'm going to do ATCs on that one. Let me find another blank page in here. This is my last page for AT. I guess right here. I guess we'll do them right here. Okay. Let's see. Let me put doodle. This is game 2. So this is doodle challenge, doodle ATC challenge. And I should put game 2, because this is kind of a game. It's an art game 2. Number 2, and this is 1/18/19. Tomorrow will be 1/19/19. Go figure. It'll look like this. 1/19/19 or 1/19/19. I don't know. That's the way it goes. Okay, and this will be ATC number 4 for me. I'm going to put ATC number 4. And I'm going to draw this out again. I kind of like drawing them right on my page. And what I might do here is mix I got the terracotta, but I also have this, and the link to this is in the description box. Let me find the actual picture here. I have this. I guess I don't know if it's a painting or I think it's a painting, but it's almost Indian, not Native American, but Indian from India or Oriental. The link to it is in the description box below. I did not look up the history of it. But what attracted me to this was this design right in here, the flowers. And this will be fairly easy to do. Did I separate? Let me see if I went. Let me go back and see if yeah, I did right here. We're going to pull, whoops, come on. We're going to pull this flower out and do a doodle of this flower. Now, if you want to do the shape around here, you can. But all this is a circle with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals. And it might be fun just to do that little loopy circle, and there's a leaf here. Look at that, how they did that leaf. It kind of comes up, and then it has these little, I call them segments there. That's kind of pretty. So I think I'll do that on mine. And we're just looking at one part of the entire border. I mean, they did an entire row of them. So I might do a row this way. So let's just draw for number 1. You can see what I'm doing here. Let's just draw a long box, sort of. It will be freehand. In other words, lines won't be straight. And I'm going to start with my flower in the center. Like that. Now, I think I will make do I have a red for the background? I do have a red. And I'm still going to use the orange for, let's see how that red and orange go together. Let's go back and enlarge this again so you can see it. There. So I'm going to draw an outline, and then I think I'm going to color it in with my yellow. So I got 6 petals here. So 1, 2, and you just draw them however you want to draw them. 3, 4. You don't have to put 6. It's your flower. 6. And then I think I'm going to color this terracotta color. Actually, it's probably more of a gold yellow, but my yellows don't show up too good on this paper, so I'm going to make it an orangey color. Kind of colors in with the black and makes it brown. And then instead of this is a gold line here. Should I make it a gold line? Let's try it gold. If I don't like it, I can. It comes from the center of this leaf down this way. So let's just kind of put it in there. Ooh, my light's blinking. My light might burn out. One of my lights burned out in my lamp, so that I think that other one's going too. Let's draw the little leaf here. The little leaf kind of comes like this for the center. It kind of comes out like that, and then it's got these little prongs. I call them prongs. They're kind of coming out like that. Of course, this is all colored in, and they kind of come out. Can you see the little, like that? Yeah. Hi, Mary Hill. Welcome. Janet put a smiley face on there, and I noticed Janet's smiley face, or I wouldn't have seen you come in. Now, this also has let's see, right here, look, it has another one coming this way. Well, how does that go? No, on the bottom. I'm looking at this backwards in the screen. The bottom of this comes and it has one coming this way, and it has kind of a leaf that's falling off of the edge here. I think I'm going to leave, should I leave that out? I think I'm going to leave that out completely. And this comes this way, and then this one comes down this way. So let's start here, and let's follow it this way, like this. And I'm making this fairly large. I will probably only get one on my 8. Whoops, I bumped my camera again. I got to quit kicking that camera stand. Sorry about that. I'll probably only get one in here that looks like this. But on their picture, they got them going clear down the frame. But I'm going to draw another leafy shape here. It's kind of got the prong coming out that way. And then it's got the center, and it's got the little prongies coming out. I kind of like those little, and they're a lot more delicate on here than they are in here. But so be it. And then this comes completely off. Whoops, that's a fat stem. Sort of like that. Now I think I'm going to get in here with my black and maybe just add some. This is my doodling. This really isn't from the picture, but I think I need some black lines in here. My head says put them in there. It might be my passion for black outlines. And this red might be too dark. Let's see how dark it is. Yeah, no, if I like that, I think I'll see if I got a pink. More of a maroony purple. Won't go with the orange. No. See, when you have markers, you just have to take what they give you. And these are the pen plus gear markers. I'm going to color it red anyway. It kind of blends in. I think I'm just going to leave a little white along there. Let it, the white line kind of define it. For me, this is more an orange red to me. It's probably could be more of a yellow gold. I don't know if I can put yellow over that. If it will, I don't even think it'll show up. It doesn't even do anything. I don't like it on there. But I want to fill this in. So I'm just going to leave a little white outline along these for my own. My own doodle. Meri's just talking to herself while she's doing this. Happy doodling. And the link to this picture is in the description box below. Here again, I got these in the public access or all public domain photographs. So you can get inspired by them. Let's see, I think I'll put a little bit of red there. And leave that white. I kind of like that in the end. Let's get the red in here. There. So, and you don't have to use those colors. You can use any color you choose. Those are just what I chose. So now I'm going to do it over on my ATC. I like to do an example. So that's number 1. And I'm just going to call this flower border. Flower. I should really call it Indian flower border because flower Indian border. Indian border. I'm just naming it whatever comes to mind. Now I'm going to draw maybe right there. It's going to be smaller. I'm going to make my flower in here. It's going to be smaller. 6 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I may get more of the design on here because I'm making it smaller. Let's go back here though. I lost this one coming out this way. Come this way, and then the leaf comes this way. Oh, I did that in orange. I'm going to do this one in black. I think I'll do this one in black and orange, or maybe black and red, because maybe I'll make my flower orange. Make the leaves black. Yeah, I'm going to make my petals black too here. And actually this has a little leaf coming in there. Has a shape of a leaf over coming this way. Sort of like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Oops, I keep bumping my camera, my stand. Okay. So I lost my train of thought here. This one, I should have it coming this way. But I don't. So I'll just come that way, I guess. And I think I'll make another petal and flower in here to make it kind of go off the, talking to myself. 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's make my leaf kind of come this way and do the, I like the little sprockets on the leaf. I think those are fun. Maybe put a little leaf in there and do a little leaf coming off that way. Hi, Cheryl. Let's see. Holly, Cheryl, Mary Hill. After we get done with this, I'll go out to chat on my phone. You guys are 3 feet away from me. And I'm going to leave the white in here too, just to kind of have it some accent. Little white along the leaves. And I would imagine if you do this enough that you could do them pretty fast. I'm kind of studying it while I'm doing it. So there's motif number 1. It was kind of a large one. I'm really tempted to go in and draw those in black, or at least outline them. Let me finish this. Because those flowers don't show up as much as I'd like them to. There's my black. Or these leaves. Let's just go in and might be messing it up more than helping it, but we will see. Gonna leave it. Shall I leave it or shall I keep playing with it? That's what you say when you doodle. Shall I keep doodling or shall I quit? Obviously, I'm not ready to quit. All right. Lisa says, have fun, Zoe. Zoe says, be right back. I have to go. All righty. Let's see. That was not fun. Oh, no. You guys, you're making me laugh. Do you feel okay, Zoe? Are you getting the flu? Oh, no. For about 14 days. Oh, Zoe. Are you taking any flu? Is it the flu? Do you have the flu? Aunt Beck says ready, I guess. Holly's ready. This one was a little more complicated, but it was, in the end, I like it. I kind of like this. This was off of this Indian picture. And let's see, what else did I see on there? This is the back side of it. They call it the versal, I think, the side. And it's a little bit harder to see the designs in there. They're little flower designs, little flower borders there. I don't know if we can pick those up or not. I'm a little leery of them. I might do it for myself. Let's see what I have here. Did I bring, I did not expand that. So I did here. Yeah. See this shape? We're going to do that one. I'm going to do that right in here. All it is a line. I'll draw the line here. This is number 2. I'm just going to call this jewels. And they're kind of like in little segments here. Like that, maybe like that. You might want to draw a border along here if you so wish. And then there's just little colored jewels in here. Just little colored rectangles. One is kind of like a pinkish color and a blue or green, pink, blue, green, pink, blue, green. But down here, we're going to do the bottom part too. Let's draw the little rectangles. We'll color those in. Down here, and it's really hard to see. It's hard to see, but I think that there are shapes coming like this. Let me draw it out like this. Just like that. And then there are kind of like little diamonds inside. Or you can make ovals or diamonds, whatever your heart desires. And I'm going to do that in here. So let me finish this out. And here again, this is a doodle. This isn't meant to be anything more than, I'm just doodling. I'm just drawing, you know, sketchy doodles. I'm not listening. Well, I'm listening in class, but I'm not listening to chat. Sort of like that. Now, I think what I'll do is make it pink and pink and make these blue and blue and blue. My blue doesn't show up too good on this. It's really darker once it gets around that black. And pink on the inside here. Pink and pink. Now theirs is a really light yellow color in here. And I don't have a marker that I could use. I might paint it. Because I got a lavender color, but that's almost dark, too dark. I've got this lavender. I guess that lavender would work. Let's make them lavender. For me, you'll use what colors you want. I'm gonna make my background here lavender. Like this. And I think I'm going to call this jewels. Kind of reminds me of bling. And this is not on a terracotta vase. Remember that. This is on that Indian. I'm going to call it an Indian painting. I really didn't look to see too much about the history of it. I should have. But I was so into getting my computer set up. And then I'm just going to darken my border here. And I'm kind of doing this fast. And of course on here, like I said, you can barely see these lines on here. but I can see them barely. They sort of look like this to me. And I'm going to color this in too. It needs to be darker. Sort of like that. I'm kind of happy. It looks brown to me on the screen, but it's really kind of like a lavender pink. All right, and I'm not going to get too much on here. So I may not get 4. I may only get 2. I think I'm only going to plan for 2. I think I'm only going to plan for 2 because my ATC is small. And then it'll come this way, and these will kind of be squished. Kind of like that. And these are kind of, I'm going to make them ovals. Oval shapes. And I'm going to make this one red and this one red and this one sort of a blue. And this one blue. And then I'm going to shade the color in with kind of a lavender. It looks brown on my screen, but it's really a lavender color. There. Bring that up closer so you can see it better. See, it's more of a lavender. When you look at it way down on my desktop, it almost turns brown or tan, I think. But it's really a lavender color. So how you guys doing? Yes, Mama Bear mode is a real thing. Mama Bear mode? Meri, ain't paying attention. No, I'm not paying attention to chat while I'm doing this. If you have any questions for me, wait till I get done with this challenge, and then I'll open up chat on my phone, and I'll chat with you. I want to kind of get through the challenge. Zoe, I feel like I have to be Mama Bear even when my mom walks behind me. I make sure she goes the other way, or I will yell for no reason, like they are getting something mad. I don't know what you're talking about, Zoe. Yeah, I kind of get in the zone, but I was talking about this in my chat that I did this morning. I find that I miss a lot of what you guys say to me because you're talking to me while I'm either working or presenting, or I'm in the zone. But I think what I'm going to do is like divide my chat, and I have to work on this. I even have to get myself into the mode of doing this. Say, okay, I'm going to present this. We're going to go through and do this. Don't ask me any questions. Chat among yourselves, but don't ask me any questions until I actually open up my chat and am ready to look at what you're saying to me. Because sometimes, and I've noticed even when I have the contests, like when I did that New Year's contest, I missed one of the winning numbers. I mean, it was pointed out to me. We got it taken care of, but I missed one of them because the person came in the middle of all of the numbers, but she put her number inside of a text stream. So she said, like, you know, oh, I'm late, 71, and then continued talking. And she gave her number, but it was in the middle of text. So, you know, I think I'm going to, I've learned a lot about doing that contest. Of course, we had 80 people in our room then. And I never get 80 people in a contest. And I think we went up to as much as 100 at one point. So that was a large chat because that was the New Year's Streamathon. But I learned a lot from doing that. And somebody was telling me you can sound chat. And while I was exploring how to set this all up on my laptop or studio, I did see the setting to where you can slow chat. Now, I don't think that you guys are Zooming tonight and your chat is not scrolling that fast that I don't feel like I have to do it. But if, you know, if you get 100 people in there chatting, it's scrolling. So, all right, I'm going to go on to number 3. So let's see, let's call this, let's name this. Where's my black? This is number 2. And I'm just going to call this jewel line, Jewel line, because these remind me of jewels. And you could probably put a little sparkle on there if you wanted with some white paint. All right, let's go pick another one. Actually, we've got these little flowers here. I kind of like those. Shall we do some flowers? Just a little. Yeah, let's do that. They're just little red. These are simple. Simple. Uh-oh, Mary's saying simple. I'm actually going to draw. I'll do those right in here. Let's do the box right here. Let's draw a box. But we're actually going to draw them. We're going to face them. They're not going to be flowers growing vertically out of the ground. They're going to be facing this way. So, because that's how they are on here. See, if you look at these flowers down here, it's interesting how they did that. See, here's, let me get back into it. This is the skirt of this figure on here. And this is his feet right here. And the flowers themselves are not growing out of the ground. They look like they're laying flat on the ground. And so that's how we're going to do it on here. Let's just draw. And actually, I should get out a green. And these markers are, I've had them for a while. I don't know if that green will work. I have a green that doesn't work too good. Did I throw it away or did I? This one works. And let's just start putting a flower stem down here and the leaf. Just a real simple one. That way. And let's use the red for the flower. Just the little flower petals like this. And notice how I'm actually doing this kind of backwards because they've got one in the center and then they got two, one at the top and one at the bottom. And so I'm going to do a bottom one and a top one and my center one here. I'm kind of putting that center one over here and putting these two bottom ones over here. I'm kind of reversing it. So let's put the other top one here. You can do it as you want. You can go look at these and get your own ideas from, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just using these as example. And there's some more petals here. I love how these are going flat though. They aren't growing out of the ground vertically. They're laying flat on the ground. And then there's one in here. Like that. And here's the red. Whoops. That way. That's going to be a fat petal, but that's okay. Like that. That's all there is to it. Now I might do that a little better over here. Let's see. I wish my yellow showed up better. Let's see if I can't get it. Yeah, it's showing up a little here. I'm going to make this background yellow. It's smearing some of that red in there, which is okay. There. So I'm going to call these sleepy flowers because it looks to me like they're sleeping. Number 3, sleepy flowers. Sleepy flowers. Whoops, number 3, sleepy flowers. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I feel like I might be boring you, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun. All right, let's do it right in here. And I may get more than 3. Let's see how many I get on here. Let's start with the green. And I'm going to do it like I did here, even though it's kind of reversed here. Well, actually, this is backwards, so I'm not sure how this is looking to you. Well, no, it's reversed because I'm looking at it like you see it. So, all right. Sorry, ignore me. I'm still learning. So the stem comes this way. And I get the little petals in here. And we'll get another one up here. Squeeze him in there. It depends on how much space you leave, too. I'm trying to get 5 of them on one ATC. And let's do one in here. I kind of like them. Sleepy flowers. One here. Whoops. They don't have to be perfect. We're just doodling. We're just playing. I don't do perfect anyway. It's not in my repertoire. Never was. Never got there. I'm still working on it. There it is. Now let's color it in with what yellow I have. And it's kind of blurring my red, but so be it. Kind of like it. There it is. Sleepy flowers. We've got 2 more to go. And I'm just going to move on. You guys can watch or catch up or what, because I got to hunt another design here. He's got ankle bracelets on there. Isn't that cool? We're not going to do those because it's not too clear, but I think it's interesting. He's got ankle bracelets on. And he's kind of beaded design in the skirt here. A line. We could do this doodle line right here. Very simple. Squares, white, orange, and green. Just that line. Let's do that because we need a simple one here. And actually, I think I'm going to do it clear around this square here. So it's going to look like, let me get my black out. Actually, I'm going to put number 4 up here. I'll put 4 up here. This is simple. This isn't anything that we haven't done before. Well, actually, I'm going to curve it. I'm going to curve it. I'm going to make it curve. Whoops. This isn't such a good example, but you get the idea. It curves. I'm going to make rounded corners. I'm going to shade in my corners just for the fun of it. Now this space in the center will be number 5 over here. So I'm going to leave it blank. But what we have are red kind of rectangles with green little squares. So my green is, I guess it's going to show up. Green. Actually, I should make, yeah, I think I'll make them red. A red rectangle, a longer rectangle, and a smaller green. A red rectangle. I'm going to make my rectangles a little longer and the green a little shorter. And red rectangle. I don't have to put the cap back on, Mary. And a little green square. I'm laughing at myself. I'm pulling the cap off and it wasn't on. Okay, little green. Let's see. I think I'll make this red kind of go around the corner like that. So that's how I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to call this what? It's a border. So this is, where's my black? Number 4. I'm going to call it a, reminds me of a snake. I'm going to call it a snake border just because. Snake border, just because I have to name it. BORDER. So over here, see if I can't do it a little better in here. I'm going to round my corners. And then I'm going to make a little bit fatter line in there. I thought. Like that. And let's shade in the corners. And let's kind of shade it in there too. Now, I'm going to make this red. And little green square. Red long rectangle. Little green square. Long red rectangle. Kind of looks Christmassy. Little green square. Long red rectangle. Ooh. Little green square, little green square. You're kind of squeezing it in there. Long rectangle. Kind of squeezed it in there. Let's see if I can't just kind of bring these out a little bit more to make it look a little there. So there's number 4. I'm calling it the snake border. That is this. Kind of looks like a snake border. It's really a rope, maybe. Probably should call it a rope border, but I called it a snake border. Zoe's chatting away. Zoe said, is it bad that I am praying that I am pregnant? I'm not going to answer that, Zoe. I don't think any prayer, let's put it this way. I will answer that. You should, if you're in a right relationship with the Lord, You should be able to talk to him about anything that's on your heart. So I could translate that. Is it a bad thing if I pray that I get a check in the mail? Is it a bad thing that I ask for money if I really don't need it? You should feel free to take anything. Get right with the Lord first. And I'm not going to preach at you. I'm not going to preach at anybody. But when you get right with the Lord, you come before him, you confess your sins, you say, Lord, I want to have a right relationship with you. I want to be in fellowship with you. Read the Bible. Start out reading John. Then just say, Lord, I want to talk to you about this. And just talk to him. Just pray. And prayer is really a belief. If you believe that the Lord is hearing you, he hears you. He hears you about anything that you talk to him about. You may not feel like he's hearing you, but he's hearing you. So is it a bad thing if you pray that you become pregnant? I don't think it's bad that you pray that. He may not answer you. He may not say it's bad or good or anything like that. So there's the end of my sermon. But for everybody else in here, you should be able to first get right with God. That's the first thing. Whatever your belief is, whoever your God is, my God is a Christian God, and I believe strongly in that. But get right with your Lord, and then you should be able to talk to him about anything that's on your mind and your heart, whether it's where you're going to school, should buy a car, where you should live. In my case, when I came back down here to Nebraska, I wasn't sure this is where I should be. And even when I was driving down to this little town where I was, and as I turned the corner and as I came into this town, do you know what I said? I said, Lord, really? Really? You have to understand that I was coming from Madison. Madison, I could go around the corner to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Tuesday morning, and I could go to the farmer's market. I lived there for 13 years. I had friends there. I missed it, but I lost my job. And another one wasn't. Back then, the economy, even a couple years ago, was not that great. So, do never be afraid to talk to the Lord about what's on your heart. All right, Meri went into a sermon. You asked the question, Zoe. I answered it. Yeah, Catherine. There you go. Prayer can get you through a lot. I don't want to push my religion off on anybody, but I believe so strong. I want to be a testimony of my belief without saying to everybody else, you have to believe like I believe. The thing of it is, as I read the Bible, God even gives us a choice. He says, you can believe in me or not. In that sense, I'm pro-choice. And pro-choice is a whole nother thing about right to life, and that's not what I'm talking about. God gives each one of us the decision to lead our lives and to believe as we want to believe. Now, I believe there's a right and a wrong. I believe there's good and evil. So, but you have the choice of how you want to live your life. And prayer can get you through a lot. And God answers us in a lot of different ways. Sometimes he'll answer us through a friend. A friend will give us advice. Sometimes he'll open a door for us to go a certain way. All the doors closed for me in Madison. I can't tell you how many interviews I went on. And I can't tell you how much I wanted to stay there. I still miss it there. But here I am. And I'm not unhappy. All right. I didn't mean to get off on that little sermon. I try not to I try not to preach in on my channels because there's so many different ways, and this is really an art channel. But Zoe asked that question, and I just had to answer it. So let's go on to number 5. I'm not ignoring you, God, but we got one more doodle to do. He understands. And here's the thing. If you read Genesis 1, he's an artist. If you believe in Genesis 1, I stand in awe. All right, we're going to go on to another. Look at these flowers. These flowers are a flower, and then they got little kind of buds cropping out of them. But do I want to do them in there? I think I do. You can do as you wish. Let's see. There's more motifs on here. Of course, this is just a breakout. Let's go to the picture and look at it. Where is it? It's right here. If you look at this picture, bring it up on your screen if you're interested in. There are so many interesting floral designs in there. There's some stylized birds down in here. I mean, there's a lot that you look at those leaf shapes in there. Little blades of grass down in here. They're almost that design that kind of comes out this way. But I kind of like those leaves. I can't. Let's see. And look at these. Look at these in here. Look at these. These are pretty. There's a peacock over here. Here's the peacock right in here. So there's just a lot to look at on these pictures. Let's see, what do I want to do? I'm either stuck between doing these leaf shapes or those other flowers. And I think I'm going to go back and do those other flowers. You can do what you want to do. These are out there. I would encourage you to go, or, I could go to this terracotta. We didn't do this one. I don't think I want to do it in there, though. This is kind of a enhanced booty. We'll do that next week. I'll pull that into game 3. Let's go back. Let's see. Where was I on this other one? I like those other flowers. These. I'm going to do these flowers for number 5. Let me draw them out here. And I'm going to do them in the center here, but I'm not going to put them here. I'm going to put them down here. So what they'll look like is like this. And let's see. Let's see if I can get 3 of them on there. I don't know. Can I get 3? Maybe if I squeeze them in, I can. So what we have is kind of like a little short stem. They got a little short stem, and then the leaves kind of come out this way. And then there's another one up here, and a little short stem, and then another one up here, and then the 2 leaves on the side like that. Now, I don't think I have enough room in there unless I make those flower petals really small. Let's make them smaller like that. And like this, sort of like that. But what I really like about this is it has, and I'm going to do these maybe in this orange. Where's my orange? I don't know if it'll show up. It kind of has these little crowning lines on it like that. And they are right in here. They're right in there. They're just kind of like little fluffy, I don't know what to call them. I'm not even sure that that's a good way to represent them. Maybe, I'm not even sure about that. Maybe if I get the yellow around them, they'll show up better. And the centers are white. Sort of like this. Now you can go in and yours will probably be better than mine. I'm not even sure that I like those. I might do it a little black around, outlining around there to make them stand out a little better. I don't know. See if I can. Like this. Whoops. Sort of like that. That's hard to see. I'm not sure I like that. But there we go. There it is. Let me bring it up to the screen because it looks awful little. I'm not sure I like those. Let's see if I can do them better in here. They're too tiny for my big pens. Maybe if I just do two. Let's start out with the leaf. Let's do one here and the leaf and make it a little bigger so you can see it better. And we'll do one up here. And let's put in the buds here. And it's got a center, so we just want some petals. I said buds, I meant the petals. Like that. I'm not sure I'm happy with these. I'm not sure I'm doing it as I'm seeing it. But there it is. And then I got those little, I want these little lines coming out. I think I'll even put some there, just there. I like that a little better, and let's color it in with yellow. And make the flower a little. Just like that, maybe. I think I'm happier with these than I am with these. But you have to understand that I'm doing these first time. This is number 5, and I'm just going to call them crowned flowers. Crowned. That's what it looks like to me. Crowned flowers. So there we did 5 on this ATC. And here again, the links to all of these pictures are in the description box that we use for game 2, except for the one that Anne, whoops, I'm hitting the camera stand, except for the one that Anne sent me. That's not in the Metropolitan of Art, Museum of Art. That's in Anne's doctor's office. So I'm going to put these away later. So there we did 2 doodle ATCs based off of public domain images. Some I like here, some I don't. I like this one a lot. I like how it turned out over here. This I'm not happy with. My snake or rope border, I can take it or leave it. It's not something that I do a lot. I love these sleeping flowers. And I kind of like the jewels. I like the jewels here a lot. So, and then on our other one that we did, here's the back. Look at the back. I love the back. I love the back. It's like looking at the, here, let me get it centered. It's like looking at the back of a piece of material. You know how you sew like or tapestry and you flip it over to see the threads on the back? That's what this reminds me of. And of course, here's the front. And here's the other one that we did here. And as I come back and look at these, I'm happy with them. I'm even happy with these guys. I'm happier with these than I am these. These get too small for my, I need to get me some like fine point zig pins or something to do these with. I'm just using my fat markers. Peacock flowers. Peacock flowers. Catherine says, hi, Catherine. Welcome. Hi, Suze. Janet. Susan Baker's in the house. Let me go to chat on my phone because I've been kind of ignoring you guys while I was doing this. Let's see what you guys, if you have a question you want to ask me and I didn't answer it, if you asked it and I didn't answer it, now's the time to get it in there. And let me zoom out a little on my laptop here. Because I zoomed in to do, whoops, I don't want my laptop to fall over the corner. Let's zoom out a little. There. One more maybe, so you can see my desk, my messy desk. One more. I'm in the standard screen. Let's see if I can go back to home here. Let's do the widescreen. You can see my whole mess. Can I do that? Is it going to show? Let's see. There you go. And this is the end of it. So when I lean forward, you see my shirt and everything. Let's see what I can do here. Maybe I should zoom in one more. See, I'm still playing with my camera. I'm still learning. Let's zoom in one, get the edge of my desk off of here. There. All righty. You see most of it. But I'm going to be moving this laptop over and putting it on a side stand because I need more. I didn't have enough table space the way it was. Now I have about 1.5 feet to do my art, and I need a lot more space than that. So let's see. I was going to go to chat. Let me go to chat here where I can actually talk to you guys. Live chat. Thank you, Cheryl. Or stained glass window back, Catherine says, yes. Here's the thing. Don't anybody send me any. I found some, not last week. I went shopping last Wednesday. And I found some the Wednesday before when my brother was with me, but they cost $18. And he saw the price, $17.88 at Walmart. And he saw the price and he remarked about it. So I put them back on the shelf thinking that when I go Wednesday, and these were the kind that don't bleed. And when I put them back on the shelf thinking that I pick them up this following week, well, they weren't there. So I've got my eye out on it. I can buy those myself. I don't want you guys to send, we talk about these things and then all of a sudden they show up in my mail and then I feel guilty. So I do have some fine point Sharpie markers that are black and I might have a red and a blue one. But I don't want the really fine ones. I want there are some now that are Sharpies, but they're not the fine point because I don't want to sit there and fill everything in with a fine point. I like these markers because they do good shading, but you can't do the really detailed work with these. So, and these are cheap. These are a pack of these. I think these cost about $10 for 18 of them. I got these a couple months ago. You can get these at Walmart too if you look for them. You have to kind of look, but these are those Pen Plus gear in the color. And these are the same as those that come 2 for 44 cents. So, and when you stop to think it, 22 cents for 18 markers, well, do the math. I'd have to figure it out, but well, it's going to be pretty cheap. Even if you rounded it up for 50 cents, 50 cents a marker at 18 markers would be $1, it'd be about $9 a pack for 18 of them. And that's a pretty good price for this, 50 cents a marker. But actually they're 22 cents a marker, so it's even cheaper. All right, so let's see what's going on. Susan said hello. Catherine's in the house. Catherine, I think you're new to me. Welcome. Welcome. Janet's in the house. Hi, Janet. Suze Garrison, Susan Baker. I'm just kind of scrolling back through chat. If you guys have any questions or anything you asked me that I missed, now's the time to ask it. Yeah. Oh, Becky, did you post your ATCs already? Because Janet's saying Becky's ATCs came out so pretty. Whoops, now I hit my camera. My screen is wiggling because I keep kicking my camera pole. Now that's an art project, homemade phone decor. Huh. I think I'm delirious from the late hour. How late is it? It's going on 12 o'clock, I'll bet, where you are. Catherine says, I got the visual that Meri was actually going to trace it on her phone with her marker. I could actually have done that, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. Let's see. Life moves in a forward motion, Aunt Beck says. Yes, it does. Okay, we're getting into Zoe and Lisa and all that. Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, Patricia Strufert. Nice to have you in here. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Lisa's saying good night. Good night, Lisa. Susan said hi. Hi, Terrence. Welcome. I don't think you've been in our chat before either, in our stream. Are you an artsy person? We're doing art. This is an art stream, although I'm just chatting with everybody right now. Lisa, have a great weekend. You always miss Catherine says, I always miss your streams, but you watch the replays. Well, there you go. I understand. Some people are using Amazon Basics. They are like Sharpies. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Let's see. I think, oh, it's on her group page. Okay, I'll have to look at, Aunt Beck does amazing ATCs. My mouth dropped open at the one she did last week. So now it's getting late here, especially if you're on the East Coast. So if you need to leave, don't stay. You can always come back and watch the replay. It doesn't bother me if you have to say goodnight. I've got to get some rest. And I even say that to the gals in my morning stream. Some of them have been up all night, you know, and some of them have to get ready and go to work. It's about 11 o'clock here. We were going, and Sherry Lynn's not in the house tonight. Maybe I'll save that. We did the doodle challenge. We were going to do an ATC idea list, but I don't see Sherry Lynn in the house tonight. So I think I'm going to save that for another time when she's here. Good night, Anne. Thanks for coming. And I'm going to be working on your snow globe next week, I promise. I want to get it done so I can mail it out. Good night. So I even have Anne's snow globe on here, but I think that I'm going to actually not do this tonight too. I'm going to move these forward. These are just things I wanted to do. I pulled my old reverse collages. So the only thing I want to do that I don't have on here, and I don't think it'll take too long, I want to do a little stamp carving of a box, a small box with a check mark in it. So that when I'm doing this, I can stamp check, stamp check, stamp check. Or I could even do a box with an asterisk in it like this. But I think I'm going to do this one tonight. And that should not take long to do. So let me get out my carving. And if you watched my stream the other morning where I did the Goodwill haul, you will have seen where I have this chocolate box that I got at the thrift store. Of course, it might have been a little choppy that morning, but I took all my stamps out of here and I actually put my stamps in here. It's because I'm getting quite a few. I'm getting quite a few and I just like keeping them in here. But I'm actually going to break open a new one because I want to cut it down a little. So I'm going to cut this down. Oh, I actually have one here already out of the package, so I'll use that. I'll leave this one in here like this. I'm going to keep my ink out because I want red ink. And I already zoomed out, but I'm going to zoom back in so that you can see what I'm doing. Let me get a piece of paper here. Oh. I have a little piece that I wrote down when Sherry Lynn asked this morning to do that list. We'll do that list when Sherry Lynn's in the chat. So let me do my practice here and go and zoom in. Let me zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. How big is this? Maybe one more. Make it really zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then I want to take this eraser. I already got it out of the package. That helps. And I'm looking for my and let's just draw the check mark. And I don't need it big. Huge big. I'm going to put a check mark in a box here like this. Something like this. Something like that. So that won't be hard to carve. This won't take long. This won't take long. Let's put a big fat check mark. Because I'll be using this on my Friday night streams when I check things off. I'll stamp them. Done. Now, let's kind of cut this. I think I'll cut it this way. So let's just kind of cut this out. And this will probably be the last thing. I'll chat with you, and this will probably be the last thing I'll do tonight. Because it's getting kind of late. The ladies on the East Coast are getting tired. About like that, maybe. Now, but I need my pencil, and I need to sharpen that pencil. But I still have enough lead in there to... Oh, I did sharpen it. Good. Let's go ahead and put some graphite on that check mark. And on the box. And the box, this line, the black line will be what I'm leaving. And the white will be what I'm carving away. This will not be hard to carve, she said. So I'm going to put it right like that. I'm going to smoosh it down. I'm going to transfer it before I cut the eraser. So let's just go ahead and I think I'll move it over a little like that. Like this. That's good enough for me to get some detail. And then I'll come in and detail. And I don't want to detail it with that pen because it'll smear. Let's do it with this pen. That second pencil is a charcoal drawing pencil. This is a Derwent sketching pencil. It says dark wash. It's an 8B lead. It's not, it's graphite, but it's a heavy 8B instead of a 2B. An 8B is a darker lead. It has more graphite on it. It's not really charcoal. Let's see. Let's make my check mark like that, just for the fun of it. And let's kind of straighten this out a little. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Something like that. Now I think, well, yeah, I think I'll cut it before I carve it. I think I'll cut it right there. And let's just get another couple blades out there. Keep your fingers out of the way and just, this cuts fairly easy. It cuts fairly easy. That's why I like to carve with it. It's soft. And I have to tell you guys, I have not changed these blades in several months. And if I was cutting other carving material, I'd have to be changing my blades. Let's put these away. Put that away. I can throw these papers away. Let's go ahead. I think I can just put that there. And what I do is I take my small number 1 and outline it. I like to kind of get this in the corner. So this ink pad, the back of it kind of has a little tray that I can put my eraser in to kind of steady it. You gonna feed your fur babies, Catherine? Okay. Catherine, if you need to go rest, you go rest. There's always the replay. I hate to see anybody stay here just because. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to outline this. And that's outline my check mark, sort of. Yeah. And I'll carve it that way and that way. Then I like to take, this is a larger V blade, and I like to just come along the edge here and kind of shave away that edge. It's just easier for me to carve it out if I do. Wait, I need to go around the edge here. I'm not done with this. There. And there. Yeah, now I think I have it. It's just easier for me to carve if I shave away this border. Get it out of the way. And then come in and start carving out the negative space. And what I like about these stamps are small. They're really small. You can get them larger, but the larger ones are more expensive. But what I like about them is they are so easy to carve. That is such soft, really easy to carve material. I just love carving these. If I could afford it, I'd say send me a 12 by 12 inch block of it. But they'd probably charge me $100. Yeah. And did you see where Tim Holtz is doing some stamps, selling some stamps? I don't know if he's doing them in Cha this year or what, but he was showing some of his alphabet stamps and it had numbers. And he was remarking about how they were carved. And he was even remarking about the little lines left along the, when the carvers don't get all the lines. He was saying how much he liked that. I was watching Tim Holtz. He's put up several videos of his new releases recently. And I thought, oh, Tim, why don't you just get in there and carve you some? I don't know if he carved those number stamps or somebody on his team did, but there's a whole set of alphabets. And I think the alphabets actually have 2 sets of ABCs and the numbers. It's quite a large set of alphabets. And he was talking about how hard it was for them to do that entire set. And I guess it would be better if you go watch the video rather than listen to me talk about it, because I'm just saying what I remember. But he was talking about his new releases. He's put up a couple videos recently. And I'll tell you what I like about Tim Holtz. I can give or take his stamp images. I like them, but I can't afford them. But what I can afford and what I really appreciate is his ephemera packs. Very reasonable for what you get. I mean, you get a pack full of ephemera for $5 or $6, and then if you use a coupon, you get 40% off of that. And very generous with the ephemera. His paper doll packs. I love his paper doll packs. And, he's got flowers and birds and clocks and butterflies and airmail, that type of thing in his ephemera packs. I go for the ephemera packs. I sure hope he continues doing that. I miss his found relatives cards. I'll take the paper dolls, but I miss the found relatives. I'm going to get my little check mark off here. I think I'm going to have to do this with my red. I see you guys chatting out of the corner of my eye, but I can't read it while I'm carving. And you know who's at CHA this year? Our Shannon Green. If you follow Shannon Green, her and Jason are at CHA. Yay, Shannon, you go, girl. We love you. She's not listening to this, but I can still cheer her on. Everybody loves Shannon. She's a very friendly gal, very easy to get along with. All righty, let's see. Where am I going? I got to do the inside here. And I'm going to do it with my... Now, as much as Tim Holtz said he likes them, I want to carve them out. I want to clean up my stamp. I want to get the bits out of there. Yeah, those CHA videos should start showing. Some gals are probably already showing them. I've been so busy lately. We should start seeing some CHA videos pretty soon, seeing all the new product that's coming out. I like to see what's coming out. I enjoy seeing it. I won't say I'm going to go buy it all, but I like to see what's happening out there in the art world. I enjoyed watching Tim's videos, seeing his, I think it's his March design, stamp designs. He said he on purpose held them for March. just because we get used to seeing things, he wanted to kick it up a little on the 3rd month. I think I'm going to have to use my blade there. All right, I think I'm about ready to stamp this off. Clean it up just a little there. And we'll see what kind of a check mark I have. It should work. It should work. I got this corner to do yet. I haven't carved out this corner. There. Let's see how my check mark. I'm not sure I really like that. Maybe it needs a little. Well, maybe I'll stamp it off first. Let's see. Cheryl says she likes to see the new stuff. Hi, Barbie T. Welcome. We need a video of Shannon meeting Tim Holtz. Wouldn't that be cool? Hi, Barbie T. Welcome. Yeah, that would be really cool. Wouldn't that be cool to see Shannon and Tim Holtz go at it? I mean, and when I say go at it, I mean talk art. I would love to see those two present a class or something. Wouldn't that be fun? Of course, it has to be an affordable class, like free. Make it or take it. The thing that would happen, though, I have to tell you, unless it's a recorded video, I've noticed that and it probably would happen with Shannon too. Tim Holtz gets surrounded at those make it and take it, and you can't see anything but people's backs. I'm going, would you move so that I can see what he's doing? Sometimes when he does a one-on-one demonstration, you can see more. But, you know, he gets there's a lot of interest in what he does. And so sometimes it's kind of hard to see what's going on in the world. Now, let me get out my journal. I'm going to stamp these off in my journal. Let's find a page. I don't want to stamp them off on my doodle page. This will be my last page of ATCs. It's a doodle page. I think I'll stamp them off on the back of this page that I painted Dee Dee Willingham. So where's my little stamp? I lost it. There it is. I'm going to stamp it with red. Archivers. It's a Wendy Becky series. Ranger, red geranium. And you know what? I don't like. This is crooked. See if I can straighten this out a little. Well, it's still crooked, but so be it. Let's see how it stamps. How am I going to stamp it? This way? Let me move my book so you can see what's going on. Oh, I like it. It's now on my screen I see it backwards, but it's forward check. It's a forward check. There's a little scrappy there that caused that. Let me clean this up just a little. Let me clean it. I know, Tim, you like those little scraps in there, but I'm going to clean them up. I have to tell you guys, though, if I ever went to a Tim Holtz class, I don't think I would do his project in class. I would probably insult him because what I would be doing would be secretly sketching him. It would probably be the only time that I would get close enough to actually, other than on a video, sketch him in real life. I would probably have to sit in the corner so he wouldn't, sit at the end of the row on the corner, maybe about the second row, so he would be hard for him to see what was going on. That would be what I would. Now, don't tell anybody that. But I usually don't get to those classes anyway, so. I'm debating whether I want to thin this line down a little. I guess I'll leave it. Let's stamp it again. I cleaned it up a little. So on my list, I'm going to have to write my list a little bigger. But when I'm done with something, I can just go, done, check, 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 check. Let's get my list out. Where's my list? We're toward the end of the night anyway here. Let me zoom out a little, and then I'll look at chat after I do this. Let me zoom out. Out, 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 out. There. Now, let's put some check marks on here. I might need to do this one in black. Let's get my black ink. Just for the fun of it. Check, 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 check. I'm going to leave 2 empty squares. I need to do some boxes with no check. There we go. I'm actually going to put another one on here to carb stamp. check. And I'll write carved check stamp. I'm just playing. I'm just playing in my journal. Carved check stamp. All right. Now let me look at chat. I'll tear this off and I'll put it in my journal with washi tape. But right now I'm just gonna fit it on there, fold it in there, close my book. I'll do that after the stream is over with. Let me look at chat and then we'll say good night. Let me put that away, put my ink over here. Let's put my tools away. I'll have to clean up my little scrapings after chat. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Catherine's laughing. Hi, Barbie T. I don't know you, but welcome. Is Turtle Creativity is in here? Hi, Turtle. Thank you, Catherine. It'll be fun to use, you know, and it's me. It could probably, that checkbox could probably be a little smaller. You leaving, Cheryl? Good night. You had fun, Aunt Beck? I can't wait to see your ATCs. Sue says, probably keep that stamp on the desk and use it every day. I'm going to have to devise something to go along with my journal because I carry that journal around. I guess I'm going to have to get some sort of a pouch. I haven't decided yet. I don't want to get so much that it's bulky, but I need tape. I need a double-sided tape. I need a roll of washi tape. I need a glue stick. I need scissors and my pens. So, you know, I almost need a desk. Oh, let's see. What else? Good night, Cheryl. Let's see. Catherine says, Barbie, I've seen some people do some beautiful things with those inks. Thank you, Holly, says nice Mary. Barbie T says, I have a few of his distress inks. Turtle said hello. And Turtle told me her name, and I can't remember. I didn't write it down, but I'm going to call you Turtle Creativity. Cha is a convention. Yeah. Cha, are they calling it Cha now? What did they call it before? It's Creative Hobby Association or something like that. But what is that what it's called now? What did they call it before? Their names. Yeah, very excited to get to see Shannon go. And I hope that I hope she gets orders from shops, you know, to sell her custom keepers like in the art stores. And, you know, I hope she gets orders for them. I mean, that's the whole reason for her going. I mean, I know we order from her. All of us who love her order from her. Her online community orders from her. But I hope she gets some. Wouldn't you love to go walk into Michael's or Hobby Lobby and see Shannon Green's custom keepers? I would. That's maybe, I doubt that they're there, or they might be, Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they'd be there or not. They probably don't, but they're a vendor show. A lot of people who own shops go there. The rest of us get to watch videos. Maria says, got an early morning, so Maria said to say good night. Catherine says, I'm peacefully swatching watercolors at the moment and trying to keep my brushes safe from my kitten. Oh, watercolors. Just so many fun things to do with art. Catherine says she's got 2 crazy cats and sometimes a dog. When she has her daughter, the dog goes back and forth with her on weekends. Holly told me to shush. I don't know what I was talking about. I was saying something. Let's see. Let's go back down to the end. Janet said she deserves it. Yeah, we're talking about Shannon going. She's worked so hard and has been through so much. Shannon, we love you. We love our Shannon. acronym, SHA. Creativation now. Yes. Thank you, Barbie. SHA is called Creativation now. Yes, that I knew there was another name for it. I'm rotten with remembering all that stuff. Creativation, yes. I love when they show all those videos. I just oh, I'm kicking my camera stand again. I gotta keep my feet away from that camera stand. Sue said it had to say goodnight. Barbie T says, I will do a few videos about couponing and vlogging, and I want to start doing some craft videos soon. Barbie, I'm going to click on your icon and go to your channel. I don't think I'm subscribed to you. You've got 73 subscribers, and you've got videos out there. Happy Mail, a vlog, Dollar General couponing, found more penny items. I found my first penny item at Dollar General. Vlog, come and hang out with me. Quick Tuesday morning haul. All right, Barbie T, I'm going to subscribe to you right now. You got a new subscriber. Tap the bell to get notified. Tap on Barbie's icon and go give her some love. She said good night. I don't think she saw that. All right, everybody. I'm going to say good night to you. It's 11:30 here, which means it's 12:30 on the East Coast. You guys are probably wanting to get some rest. So don't forget, for those of you who like to come to our Zooms, and if you're still in here and you have not gotten your Zoom email, Jeri's going to send out another email tomorrow morning with the ID in it. If you don't get it, message me on Facebook. My ID is in the description box below. And let me know, and I will send you the number. So, and you can find all about Zoom by following the links in the description box below. Monica's going to present a project. So, all right, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'll see some of you tomorrow. The rest of you, just go have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. If it's snowing in your area, be careful out there if you have to be out on the road. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your pets. Take care of your community. Take care of your world, and go do some art. Good night, everybody. Okay, Janet. I was reading chat. Janet said, Meri, I PM'd you 2 emails from the ladies here in chat. Okay, Janet. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'll pass those along to Jeri. Thank you so much. Okay, good night, everybody. I'm going to end the stream.